Welcome to the episode of Tequila Talk. My name is WalkLikeWalt, aka Tequila Walt, aka do not search my old tweets. I have grown, aka Child of Payment, aka the 5-time crock pot champ, aka the see me go gym lift for weights, approach me as you wear, aka the nigga of the triple bye birdie, aka my pronouns are that nigga.
What is that?
Thank
triple
you.
bye birdie?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know what you don't. I'm the master of the triple bye birdie.
It's a
I thought
leg
you were
lock.
master of the pavement. Or you
I'm the child of the pavement. That means I belong to the
child
street.
of the pavement.
Get him
Master
straight,
of the
Pedro.
gutter.
Get him straight. Get him
And
straight. Get him straight.
I'm
Get
the
him
master of the
straight.
figure four leg lock. Like you gonna have to bear with us. We done did a lot of episodes today, but
Boy,
I
we are
appreciate them.
cooked.
Well. I'll say this. I appreciate the love that everybody has given us.
Yes, yeah.
I appreciate the people that want to be on our podcast
Yes.
and want to give us exposure and get. And I'm watching it, and as well as expose them to different markets and things of that nature. So I really appreciate that everyone wants to come to the podcast and show love. But we have the Adobo crew still joined with us. I mean, they are with us. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Adobo in the
We're
building.
here till they kick us out.
Yeah, it's
Right.
raining outside. It's bad. Yeah. Oh, like I said, we did the introduction before.
Everything
okay,
is
hold on.
topsy turvy today.
Let me
Come
say
on.
this. Let me say this.
come
Hold on,
with
I got
me.
you,
All
guys.
right.
Look, we're doing a time capsule right now. We're going. Hey, look here. What you hear after this is back in time.
Mm.
Right now, we're in the current state.
Mm.
So right now, we're fucking each other up because we're like, oh shit, oh wait, we did something before this, then now we're going back and something
Y'all,
before this.
we're in
Time
We in
is a
different
concept.
timelines, y'all.
what
Time
y'all
is a
what y'all are
concept.
listening to now. We're in the Matrix.
We are in the Matrix.
We are in the Matrix.
So when you hear me say, hey, we'll be back with our guest.
One more shot of tequila. I'm gonna be in the upside down.
Yeah. I was gonna
I'm
say
already
I'm
there.
in the
I'm
blender.
Twerking on the wall.
I'm be real.
I'm in the
real
blender
true.
at this point. So
I'm already there.
It is
Boy,
what
I'm
it is.
cooked.
But so
Shout
this
out
is what
to
we
Adrian
do.
Broner.
I mean, we already done our shots. Like I said, we're in the time capsule and things of that nature. So things you hear after this have already happened. Just letting y'all know. But we already did our shots. So what we normally do when we talk about our topics, we have a top shelf and we have our bottom shelf. Jasmine,
Yes.
you go ahead, ladies first. 'Cause my top-
Wow, that is
What's the
truly
bottom shelf tequila
and
to y'all?
surely unfair.
anything that's a plastic bottle,
How y'all
Ay,
feel about
ay, ay.
Terramana?
love it.
Love it.
I like it.
Yeah, I like
Shout out to
Terramana.
The Rock.
Honestly, I really enjoyed this week seeing Cardi B, Offset, their children, and the rest of Offset's
on
children on
Essence.
Essence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was
Okay,
dope.
Yeah.
She always includes
All
his
his kids.
kids,
That's lit.
especially his daughter, in like family photos.
That's good. Yeah.
And things like that. So when they got the cover of Essence to be like a family thing, it was their kids, of course, but also some, not all, some of the rest of his kids. So I thought
Yeah.
that was really beautiful. I thought it was really like showing us, it's 2022. Families are topsy-turvy.
Merge.
Families are what you make it.
Mhm.
Families are who you love. So I thought it was
Complex.
really great to see them as a married couple, but also having their other children as well. So that's my top shelf.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip my top shelf. I'm gonna go with yours.
Okay.
I have a bottom shelf.
Oh boy.
Well, actually, do your bottom shelf first. 'Cause I have a whole story behind mine.
No, you go first.
Well, my bottom shelf goes to weirdo niggas in the club. I mean,
Can
We
you
hate
get more
y'all.
specific?
because I'll say it because I mean, obviously
Stop
the
it.
bottom shelf would be the Brooklyn shooting and things of that nature in the metro and things of that nature.
Oh, of
That-
course,
That's
of
the real
course,
bottom
yeah,
shelf.
yeah,
But my
yeah.
bottom shelf is the weirdo niggas in the club. Reason why? Shout out to my man J Rock. We was partying.
Shout out
at
to J Rock.
yeah, partying in Coca Dagger. He came to show love.
Yeah, of
Brought
course.
some girls too. I mean,
Always does.
He's
always
doing
does.
Ramadan,
Yeah.
so he's not drinking. So he's getting everybody else's drinks. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I fuck with it. So me and him talking business on, yo, you need to fuck with my man John, who owns the spot. 'Cause
Sure.
he
Shout out
shows
to
love.
John. He's a
Shout
nice
out
guy.
John.
Yeah.
John does great business.
Shout out
Yeah.
Sonny.
Yes. So let's link up. We do something. He's like, hey, look, hey, we could y'all talk it out. Y'all figure out a date. This and third. As we're talking, I did speak to a gentleman before that. I'm like, hey, yeah, I fuck with this. We're like, all right, hit my IG. Keep moving. This dude kept interrupting me and J Rock. Like, hey, man, yeah, these bitches in here, man. I'm like, all right, and then he trying drone, but the drone was very, very weird. He was like, yeah, this Walt beard all healthy. I'm like, wait, what?
That's not a Joan. That's flirting.
Hey, look. hey, nigga. I'm like, yo. And J-Rock like, all right. He's like, J-Rock, all right, nigga. Like, J-Rock, like, yeah, look, he got the healthy-ass beard and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, all right. And I walk around. I'm like, J-Rock, yo. And I look at J-Rock like, yo, niggas is weird. Like, thank you, Walt. Like, thank you. These niggas is weird. I'm like, yeah, he's weird, bro.
In the word of the other Walter, he was flirting with you.
He said, yeah, this nigga Walt got a healthy bed.
He probably like, hey, how much you bench?
Hey, yo, I was asked that before.
Yeah.
In the gym.
Why? That's a stupid thing to ask.
That
They
shit
can
was
see how
only on
much.
TV.
No, hey, you, how much? No, they saw me bench at 315. It's like, damn, you do 315, man? How much you weigh?
Mm.
You can go ask for your measurements, bro.
Yeah, that's what they
Fuck around
did.
and find out.
Shout out to them little niggas. They were cool, though.
But it's all about tone when you say things for real.
Yeah, that was just
Yo.
shocked.
Because it's like it was like, hey man, 315, that's pretty good.
And it's like, okay, like
That's
he
pretty
got
good.
got with like 200 something pounds.
Yeah. It's pretty good. How much you weigh? Well, he's like, how much you weigh?
Yeah, how much you weigh?
It's like that one video. I know your throat hurt.
Yeah, that's
You know what video I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
I just took this hot dog off the grill.
Ay, ay, ay.
But yeah, that's my
Oh,
bombshell
Lord.
outside of the Brooklyn shooting. And
That was wild.
which
yeah.
I was mad that when I looked at it, I was like, wait, a
It was
black
a
man?
black ma-
A black man?
And you
I
know,
just knew it was white
honestly, and I don't mean no harm, but they say he called the police to turn himself in. Essentially, like he called the police and said, "I'm at the McDonald's in
Damn, listen.
Midtown."
A
Honestly,
Spanish guy, a Latino guy.
honestly,
Actually, I don't know what he is. I'm gonna ignore that.
I'm not
He
I'm not
ambiguous.
necessarily believing the story that we're being told.
Oh, you in conspiracies?
Yo,
theory
I'm like trying to. I
Listen,
want the
it was
truth. Like,
some
what the fuck really happened? Like, I don't know.
that was some
Because-
Denzel ass plot
Okay.
of some.
Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Leaving with the uniform
deep cut.
on.
Yeah,
saying?
I don't know. Something
Have you
about
ever?
it.
It was the Inside Man. You see Inside Man?
Inside Man, yeah.
that's-
Because a lot of weird shit is going on right now. So Shanghai in China is on lockdown and has been on
Oh
lockdown
yeah, I heard about that.
for 2 or 3 weeks in a very strict lockdown. Like
Mm-hmm.
you take your toe outside the house,
You're dead.
Off
nigga.
with
It's a
your head.
lockdown, like an actual quarantine.
Off
like,
with your head.
Not what we had, where
no,
we could dip out.
No.
Hey, you want
So-
food? You want to hang with people?
Not
Just
even
separate.
food. Look, what was open during the pandemic? Grocery store,
Liquor
gas
stores.
station, liquor store.
Mhm.
And that was in hookah spots.
In
Blowing
Virginia.
down.
In Virginia. In Virginia. In Virginia.
Like, if we got it, we all got it. Fuck it. Blow down.
Sure.
Yo, hookah in the pandemic,
It's
son.
crazy.
Hookah in the pandemic
And I
has
was
been
just like,
wild,
and then we get the
son.
blueberry mint.
Oh.
Hey, shorty, we could be like, it was like everybody in the room just blow it down.
Yo.
Niggas ain't die.
All right. So I'm gonna say
Knock on-
knock on wood. I'm gonna say
Can't take
I'm not
positive,
gonna
you
say
get
my
tested.
full conspiracy theory,
All right.
but they did say.
Mhm.
What did you just say? I missed it. What did
I
they
didn't
say?
hear.
I missed it.
Say it again.
I missed it.
Hey, it's so fucked up that I had to stop myself. You can't test positive. You ain't get tested.
Hey,
I've
hey,
been tested, but I'm just saying.
Hey.
A joke is a joke.
hey! You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Exactly.
Yo, low key, I think I had COVID the last time we were on this shit.
Oh
I
wow!
believe it.
Thank you.
Please.
Because
It's 2019.
I look back because I was coughing like almost
I know
after every
people that
bar.
believed it in 2019 as well.
After
Me
every
too.
bar, I was like clearing my throat.
No,
So-
but I know I got it because I had a holiday party, and we have 2 offices in mainland China, and we had a holiday party at the end of 2019.
They
got me.
They didn't even get the unfiltered kind. They got it straight from they infiltrated. The
We got it
dealers,
straight from the lab.
non-suppliers.
Shit ain't stepped on, baby.
We got it
Here come in,
straight,
bam, bam.
straight from the fucking lab.
from the source.
Straight from the lab.
They ain't have
Fuck
to
you
cut
mean?
it. They ain't have
Okay.
to cut it.
Test this out, baby. We got the real.
It's that blue magic.
Nah,
I think so.
that's a brand name. I stand by it.
I was
I
sick as
guarantee
a
it.
dog.
I
My
guarantee
God.
it.
Guarantee.
Oh shit. All right, go ahead, Jess.
Wait, I forget what I was talking
I
about.
was talking about the shooting. You
Oh
said it
no,
was
but
conspiracy.
you were talking about hookah.
Talking about Denzel.
So
Lord hookah.
they do
in the
say
pandemic.
that the COVID in your brain, the virus, attaches to the same receptors as nicotine. So if you are a hookah/cigarette/funnel smoker, that's why we've been good this whole pandemic.
Oh, I was good.
So
I should
I've
have been
heard-
blowing down hookah.
Because if
more
you
often.
think about,
I need to get back on the
listen
hookah.
to this, listen to this, listen to this. They're
Nope.
telling us that COVID attacks your respiratory system, right? So who should be the number one at-risk smokers?
Us niggas.
Smokers.
That hit the hookah.
Smokers.
I haven't hit hookah in 2
Right?
months, so I'm proud of myself.
If there's
wow.
a virus that's affecting
I'm
lungs,
doing good.
us smokers should be patient number one,
I
right?
should have been done.
Hmm.
I should
That's
been tapped out.
interesting.
They
Our
told me
friend,
the same thing about weed. Yeah.
our friend Justin,
that's real.
our
It's
friend,
the same. The cannabis and the nicotine have the same receptor in the brain.
Yeah.
Did
So
you learn
that's
it from a
why-
conspiracy site? Or
if
you,
Justin
it's
got
just real?
COVID, I don't know if I can believe it because our boy Justin smoked so much hookah. It's crazy. He has a hookah in his car.
Oh,
A
he want
mobile-
them.
A mobile hookah.
He's
A mobile
Dominican?
hookah.
Is it the
No.
pen or
He's
actual
from
hookah?
Nicaragua.
Actual
damn.
hookah.
Nah, it's
No,
not
it
even like that.
doesn't.
He had
Well, they have like a cup.
it's actually it's
No.
pretty
No, he
tough.
has a real one.
No,
It's
it's
a
like a
hookah.
square. It's a
He likes the
square.
coals before he gets in the car. It's a flat one. It's flat.
It's
so
a,
it
it's
doesn't-
flat. Yeah, it's
So,
like
so it doesn't knock
a
over.
it's like a low rectangle almost. Yeah, it's like this
It
big.
look like a little coffee table
Shout
for your
out to the
car.
accountant, man.
It's about this big. Wow.
Yeah, he did get shot in the lung and he smoked cigarettes. So.
So you one lung?
He has a damaged
One
lung.
and a half. Okay. We called my boy. He had a punctured lung. We called him one
baby.
lung.
One lung, that's lit.
You
Not
see?
one lung.
Don't smoke around one lung. He might fall. He might
He was
pass out.
back then. He was the biggest smoker
He
among
used to hit
us.
the gas back then.
Hit the gas all the time.
He used to.
How we get here? We were talking about.
I have no
hookah.
idea. We were fucked up.
Oh no, I'm
We were
having
talking
fun,
about
man.
COVID and
I'm having fun out here.
No, it was your bottom shelf that had something to do with something.
It's the Brooklyn shooting.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then
That's
I
when we went off
said
topic with
that,
Denzel
yeah,
and the hookah in the
yeah.
club.
Okay,
The brand name,
all
Blue
right.
Magic.
Let's
Now-
bring it
now
back.
we talking
Let's bring
about
it back.
weed.
Also,
Let's
I
bring it
got
back.
another bottom shelf that goes with Elon Musk trying to be the
Buy Twitter.
Yeah, buy Twitter, be the
Yeah.
top shareholder on Twitter. I forgot what company has outbid him right now, but I understand what he's trying to do.
What is he trying to do?
Because Jeff Bezos still owns Washington Post.
And Amazon and like 5 other subsidiaries that we don't know about. Go
Now,
ahead.
what I'm saying is more so, Washington Post could post what he approves. So he's trying to get his news out there and his information out there without it being stifled. Now, Twitter, if you look at Donald Trump, a couple other people, they get blocked for just saying what the fuck they want to say.
Yeah, they
Yes.
packed Donald Trump the fuck up out of here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's trying to buy Twitter
miss
and
him,
say,
though.
hey,
Do
this
you?
is...
On Twitter? Yeah.
Yes, I do.
sorry.
It was lit. Like he's trying to buy Twitter. Say,
So
hey,
stressful.
this could be my Washington Post. I can say what the fuck I want. This that, and third.
Ain't nobody gonna
Debunk
do
these
nothing.
stories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but what is Musk's agenda?
It's a big dick competition
Okay.
between
I
him
think
and
he wants
Bezos.
to troll the world.
Just
But did you
troll.
hear what
I
the
think he
board?
just wants to troll.
The board refuses to offer.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
it.
And what they're gonna do?
He's
worst
not on
comes
the
to
board
worst,
anymore.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
can't get
worst
him off
comes to worst. What they're gonna do is they're gonna open everything up and flood the market with shares,
Share,
So
that he
they
can't
gonna
buy
go
it.
public.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
they can't buy it.
Yeah, I had to learn that from my man. He does a lot of stock and trade. He does a lot of trading, and he deals with stocks a lot. And he works like really in Wall Street. So he's like, I was like, yo, what is this Elon shit? And explain it to me as you would tell a 5-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
the office 10-year-old. Actually, explain to me like I was 5.
I was gonna say not even 10, 5.
And he broke it down like, oh, so he's basically just trying to say, look, I want to buy this shit so I can say the fuck I want and say
Yeah.
fuck Jeff Bezos.
And so anybody else can say what the fuck they want.
So Trump will be unblocked.
Yeah.
Everybody else will be lit.
Mm-hmm.
And no one really could be canceled.
Honestly, I
But that's-
have
I
to
don't
say,
think canceling exists though.
They
No.
don't.
I think
niggas still
I
making
think
money in the real
when
world.
Exactly. When you
You
reach
get paused. You
when
get paused.
you reach a certain amount of wealth and access and privilege, you're Teflon of that shit. Look at Kanye.
that was exactly
Fucking
what I was
Kanye.
gonna
Kanye
say.
has been canceled like 4 or
That's
5
what I
times
was
by
gonna
now.
say. So I watched.
And I'm
I know you're a big Kanye fan.
bro.
Every
like,
musician is a big Kanye
bro,
fan.
like undeniably like his music, right? But the man's being a fucking creep.
Yeah,
Like
he's
it's
a weirdo.
he should have a
He's
restraining
stalking
order.
his baby mom.
He
He
should
said
have a
slavery-
fucking restraining
And it's
Slavery
order.
was
getting
a
fucking
choice.
weird. It's
It's
getting
weird. Like,
it's getting weird.
The man needs
Yeah.
help. Like, did
So,
y'all see the documentary?
but to your point, I watched
I
the
did
first
want to.
episode of the new Kardashians on Hulu,
Oh.
Mm.
Oh my god.
and she called Kanye.
'Cause
She
the-
being Kim called
Mhm.
Kanye because her son, one of her kids, was playing Roblox and an ad
saw
popped
that clip.
up.
I didn't
Roblox
get
is real
it.
popping
Yeah.
for the kids.
So what happened was, essentially, I don't play Roblox, so I don't exactly know
That's
how
for
the
kids.
ads
It's for
work.
kids.
But a ad popped up because you know the Kim Kardashian crying face where she's like,
Yeah.
okay. So that picture popped up and it said in it, click here for more of the
More
sex
sex
tape,
tape,
the
yeah.
Ray J sex tape from fucking 15, 20 years ago.
And the kid don't
On
know nothing. It's like, hey,
Roblox?
mommy.
But the thing is, her son is only like 4, so he can't read yet.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So he's like,
So he
"Mommy,
just
hey."
saw a picture of her and said, "Mom, it's you." He couldn't read. He doesn't read yet. He's only 4.
Yeah.
So she called Kanye and is, still doing Kim Kardashian cry face.
Fake cry. Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God. And he said to her, like, dog, you're not getting canceled. There's no
Yeah.
such real thing. When you reach a certain level, there's no canceling.
And there's no such thing as stopping the internet from saying, hey,
From
Kim Kardashian sex tape.
All right.
It just happened. I mean, real. It just
All
so
right,
happened.
all right. I have a question.
When that boy
I have
go to
a,
school,
I
he
have
gonna
a
find
question
out.
for our guests. I have
It's
a
real
question
shit.
for
It's
our
real shit,
guests because this
though.
came up in our last show.
Okay.
Have y'all done anything on the internet that you feel like you want to sit down and explain to your children?
Huh.
Why the whole adobo? I know I'm gonna have to explain that shit. Like,
Why you were sprinkling adobo on bitches' asses?
Especially if you have a daughter.
you know, I haven't been documented a lot of times doing that,
Yeah.
but
it's your party.
it's my party, so
Mhm.
the kids are definitely gonna ask about that.
Mm-hmm.
Dad, why are people
Shaking ass
Shaking
and getting garlic.
ass and getting seasoned?
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna answer that.
Walter?
What am I gonna say to my kids?
Yeah. Is there anything
Just
on the
in
internet
general,
that you feel like
anything-
your
yeah.
kids would be like, "Oh, daddy, hey."
Let me pull out the list.
I bet if they look
Honestly,
at your Twitter,
I would
My
if they look at
Twitter,
your Twitter,
look, my Twitter. Listen, y'all might not know this, but I was I don't even know, a deviant on Twitter. Like I
Mhm.
would.
A troll.
he almost fucked up our friendship on
Oh
that shit.
yeah, you should tell him this is pretty funny.
I was hurt. I was post break.
You said something stupid to him?
Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
all right. So I just want to make sure it was cool with you.
Go ahead.
So I used to get on Twitter and be like, "Get off Twitter right now, or you're gonna regret it."
You used to say that.
Yeah, I would just get on Twitter at any random moment. Just be like, "Look, get off Twitter right now," or like, you know,
You about to get spanked. Yeah.
you know, I'm about to make your day interesting. So
Word.
right, so
So
I
you
was
used to like packing niggas up.
just cause, right?
Yeah.
So this man goes and tweets this guy, and I knew he was referring to me.
Ooh.
So obviously, I tweeted at him with his ex, 2 of his exes, and the girl he was rumored to
Rumored,
be
yeah.
talking
So
to at
you
the
had
moment.
3
While trying to
bitches
get
in the
back
chat.
one of my exes.
Yeah,
So you had 4.
3.
no straight. No,
So, but you added 3, but you still had an energy for the 4th. So he was fucking shit up.
no.
This
One
was-
of the exes
This
that
was
I
what, like fucking 10 years ago or something?
this was 2013. So when I added his one of his exes, then I hashtagged his most recent ex. The most recent ex was
No, he
the
tagged him.
yeah, the most recent ex was the one he was trying to get back with, and the third one was someone he was rumored to be talking to.
You
which
got
was-
too many exes, bro.
right?
You're a lover boy.
Yeah,
He said
and then
airtime.
I'm like,
time.
so I added them all in the same tweet, and I was like, hashtag let's make it awkward.
I like you. You're
No,
good. You're
that-
funny.
like,
That's
I
hilarious.
wasn't the only person he was doing this to. He did this to like
that's not even the worst
5
of it
other
though.
motherfuckers?
It wasn't even the worst of it.
yeah, it
though.
wasn't the worst. He did
the
much
person.
worse
I'm
than
not
that.
gonna say who had it the worst, but my man's.
Shout out to him.
I added him, his ex, and the guy she cheated on him with. I was like, let's make it awkward.
Bars.
And then I would also do.
What are you gonna tell your kids?
I would also do fuck, marry, kill. I would tag 3 people that
What are you gonna tell your kids?
That's not the you got to tell the kid.
So the hashtag is
I'm a
let's make it
comedian.
awkward.
huh?
The hashtag is let's make it awkward.
For that day, yeah.
I mean,
I'm on
he
it.
has history of doing
I'm on it.
stand up.
I'm
He was
on
like,
it.
I'm a comedian.
I'm
Yeah.
on it.
There's-
I'm
there's-
on
Let's
it.
make it awkward.
make it
Tag
awkward.
3 people.
You're not gonna find those tweets.
Let's make it.
He tweeting it. You gotta search
No,
it.
because
Tag
that
3
was like a
people.
trend at the
See what
time.
happens.
So it's gonna be flush with tweets.
Wow.
Yeah, I ain't
Ay,
talked
ay,
to you
ay.
for like a good.
2 months. I remember it was
Yeah.
2 months.
I was really
You
because
was
I
upset?
was trying to get my ex back.
I was like, he's
This
still
man
mad.
threw-
I was
threw
like,
a
he's.
wrench in that shit.
I was
So
like,
he made shit difficult.
Yeah, because I didn't end up doing so.
You said
I
yeah.
was like, he's still mad.
I ain't make it happen.
All right. So what was your motivation? You just wanted to cause chaos.
Well, I was studying.
chaos is lit.
I was studying for midterms, and I was like, I don't feel like studying, so then I got on Twitter and then just did
But I was
that.
like, chaos is kind of lit.
Oh, I'm the king of it.
See what I'm saying?
I don't panic, baby.
I
Oh.
don't think I got nothing.
There's-
I was gonna say
there's-
I have no follow up.
There's also the time it was me versus University of Maryland Twitter.
Oh,
Was that when you called Towson a HBCU?
Nah,
I mean, kind of.
wait, let's not document that. So-
man.
so I
No,
did-
Look,
don't.
this
Let me-
Stay out
let
of
me
it, Stay out of it. Stay out of it. Stay
let
out
me
of it.
explain the
If
the
they
joke,
open
right?
their motherfucking
Nah,
acceptance
I-
Stay
letter,
out of it. Stay out of
No.
it. Listen to
No,
me. Stay out of it.
listen. We're not gonna. Look, all right. But listen, I'm gonna explain what I did. All right. So what happened was they booked. Was it Ray Schmurd? What is it called? What
Ray
is it?
Schmurd.
Ray Schmurd,
You
right?
talking like
shout out to Sway
Gerbo?
Lee.
Right.
Gerbo over here.
Gerbo.
Gerbil.
She said that you're like it's a herb. Put some gerbil on it.
You know I love you. Come on.
No, but
man.
say, this soup don't got no gerbil on it. Oh.
One day, because I think I'm outside of my NDA.
Yeah.
I think I'm outside of my NDA. I will tell a Ray Schmurd story. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Oh,
but-
shit.
Okay.
So
Not
basically.
Oh, well, there. Story's done.
So some of the kids from like the Black Student Union at Towson said, "Oh, Towson's an HBCU now," and they changed the Wikipedia page and like made the
Oh,
colors
yeah.
to
That's
match
hilarious.
Yeah.
to match the Morgan
Yeah.
State colors.
Yeah.
So it like created an uproar, and in the moment, someone like me,
Took
I
that as an
thrive.
opportunity.
I thrive. I photoshopped the Towson website page into saying Towson University now recognized as an HBCU, and then I photoshopped the Wikipedia page to say the same thing.
You're a troll.
And then I just like dropped the pictures on Twitter and just like logged
Oh,
off.
so that's what I mean. So it took you this long to get blocked on Twitter?
I got blocked on Twitter for like posting videos with music in it for
Oh, yeah,
copyright.
Just 'cause of music.
Copyright.
Yeah.
From what year?
It was like Britney Spears or some shit.
Exactly.
But the-
What year did you tweet that?
That happened in 2015.
Exactly. So they blocked you like in 2022 or 2020.
No, I didn't get blocked for the Towson tweets.
Then what happened?
It was the Wild
Oh,
Wild
it was
West
no,
back then.
but I didn't. I
The
didn't
Twitter
go to
after dark.
Yeah.
That was
Y'all have to.
Back
if
when the
you
whale
weren't
would
on
pop out.
Twitter
Yeah.
in
They say, oh,
When
08,
Twitter would crash.
09, 10,
Mm.
that was
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss
Yeah.
Twitter. Chef's kiss.
So
I've been deleting a lot of those tweets.
I
Yeah.
mean, that
Hey.
was the
Why
point in
F words
time.
and all sorts
I'm
of
gonna have to
those
give
shits.
you the same website I gave Walter. I was like,
I think Malcolm has the same one. I need it again. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
I
deleted
cleared
it. 'Cause
out-
He cleared me like 2. He's like, I cleared my 3 years.
I
I need to
cleared-
clear like 10 years.
nah. Pretty much before I started like DJing as Pedro Night, I cleared out all my tweets before.
Yeah,
that.
send me that, please.
Oh,
'Cause
I
yeah.
got you.
I
Yeah,
think
please.
we're starting to
please.
blow up
I
right
got
now.
you.
I need to clear all this shit.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Look at this.
I never said anything on those boundaries. I was just
A troll.
detrimental to society. So what happened was this girl who went to Towson, she said like, "Oh, University of Maryland was boring. Like I prefer Towson parties." And then someone's like, "Shut up with your like nasty ass Towson parties." So she replied and said, "Shut up. That's why all the girls from University of Maryland pussy smell like turtle tanks."
Good one.
So
That
right,
was a good one.
and
Can't get mad.
that created an uproar, right? And they all started coming for her. I was like,
Oh,
that's my fellow.
My friend. Yeah.
You
Y'all
know-
was just going back and forth.
So I hopped into the argument, and I was like replying to tweets, like cooking up all these University of Maryland students, and I was like, all the people arguing with her. I would go to the page, scroll through the pictures, and Photoshop them,
Oh
and
my
DM her the
God.
picture.
Ooh. So she can
And then,
reply
and then
back.
the,
Yeah.
I think the funniest one was, this dude who was in a frat. I think he was like Iotas.
Mhm.
They're the brown ones,
Yeah,
right?
Lane,
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all, though.
So they were in, when they cross, so when they cross, they like link arms, they're
Yeah.
all
I
in
have
the
no
line,
idea
right?
what they
Yeah.
did.
So
You do.
I
You've seen it, bro.
photoshopped a crying Michael Jordan face on the whole line, and I sent her the tweet. I sent her the picture, and I was like, "Tweet when you joined the wrong frat."
Shout
And
out to
then
my
so-
I'm not
so-
laughing. I'm not laughing.
So she quoted what the dude said to her and used the picture, and she said, photo credits.
You?
Yeah.
Oh.
So when that happened,
snitch,
death threats, everything started coming. Of course, I packed everybody up, but like, so yeah, I took on all the university. The thing is, I'm too quick. I'm too quick when it comes to Photoshop.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Shout out to my IOs. If y'all gonna be at the homecoming, who knows? I don't know. I don't pay.
I mean, I have
no shade.
I have no shame. I have nothing against IOs. It was just funny because that's like the running joke. You know, that's like the running joke for them, right?
Yeah.
So like, I was like, you're gonna get packed up.
It's facts.
I like that energy.
Different universities.
Yes.
I like that energy.
I heard in one university, I forgot which one was. I think my brother
What
told me.
University do you know that the IOTAs are strong?
You gotta go down south for that.
I'm dead. I'm not being funny.
No.
Like, yo, you pop like shit.
You gotta go down south.
Hampton, nah.
Well, here on mainland,
the Towson IOTAs are cool.
Here on the East Coast,
I'm cool with them.
Even the South.
That's why I said mainland. Here
Where are you from, though?
here in mainland.
But unfortunately, that guy, he caught a stray. You know,
Yeah, I caught a stray once.
I would do that all the time.
What?
We were talking about something, and you were like, "Oh, a younger version of you."
Oh, that's me doing straight C all the time.
Yeah, I always
That's
catch
fun.
strays. That's cool. Ain't no big
That's
deal.
just being fun. All right, I'm gonna do this drink.
You're drunk. I'm done.
All right, I'm gonna keep drinking.
I can't drink.
Wait, hold on. Give me a second.
No, I think we're out.
The wisdom. It's
Oh,
something
no,
there.
go ahead. Go ahead.
We
Talk
went
to
through
the
like
white man.
2.5 bottles.
Let me talk to the white man.
Yeah, we've gone through 2 bottles.
Blanco.
There's a swallow left. You want the last swallow?
Swallow that shit.
Aye, aye,
Down your
aye.
throat.
There's a corner. There you go.
There you go. All right, Jas.
What else happened this week?
Oh, so. I wanted to bring up what I've been watching this week.
Yeah, what have you watched? Did you see Snowfall this week?
I watched Snowfall. It ended.
It was
decent.
okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I see how it's gonna build up, but I've been watching something more lit to me. That'd be way more fun to talk about on this podcast, and that is the Bad Boys Club of LA.
Child, I don't know what you're talking about.
Bad Boys Club. It's on Zeus. I had to find it. And actually, somebody gave me the password, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna watch it." I spent my whole Friday night watching Bad Boys Club.
Bad Boys Club?
Yes.
So not Bad Girls Club,
You
Bad
remember
Boys Club.
Milan Christopher?
Yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm delivered, nigga.
No.
So
Wait.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm delivered.
That's
I don't
Andrew
fuck with- yes.
Codwell.
He didn't make it one day.
Oh.
When the money reside, where the money reside. That dude.
I know. I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
It's
Okay,
yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
It's like a bunch of dudes. Like it's like
From the dealership.
From the Honda dealership.
Oh, what's
yeah.
up, Mitch? It's like a gutter. Oh, no, not gunner, but gutter. It's like a little. You see, he went viral.
Gunna?
Gutter.
Gotta.
I'm not hearing.
Gutta.
Oh, I'm thinking of G-U-N-N-A.
No, I said not gunner. I said gutter.
I was gonna say.
I thought about the dude from Young Money.
Right.
Gotta.
That's what I thought
You
too.
see me with a
Nah, it's
no
like-
Stevie
Wonder.
Wonder.
I was like, how Gunna get in
this
here?
guy is like, I don't know what he is, but he said, nigga, I'm a man. Like he wearing wigs and shit. Like, nah, I'm straight up nigga. I'll dog anybody in here. Like, no, I respect this little nigga. He gonna fuck somebody up. Basically, I'm gonna say it like this. It's basically a house full of gay dudes and 2 straight men. And the straight man's like, yeah, the straights are over here, y'all over there. Like, wait, y'all segregating us? It's hilarious. They fought like 10 times the first episode.
What channel?
Zeus. They fought 10 times
okay.
in the first episode.
I had to
They
text
made the white
Micah.
boys fight against each other because it's like, hey, white, y'all got to fight. It's all black dudes and 2 white boys. Like, yeah. He said he better than you. Fight him.
But what I will say about white guys, though, they fight
it
and they
wasn't a
get
fight.
it out and they
No.
be done with it.
No, everybody that fought in there, like really fought, is like
That's
the
how
money
it's gotta
reside.
be,
The
though.
money reside
Right?
nigga fought like
That's
5.
how men are, right?
No, real shit.
That's how we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
No, it's
But
like that.
We're
Yeah.
not.
No, it's like
And I'm just saying that's the
I
difference
don't think it always
between
happens though.
that's the difference
I'll fight
between
people and be
women's
like, I'm done.
business.
At least in my experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, it's them young
Fight
boys
to
that
get
be
it out.
shooting
young boys
after.
get mad because their pride hurt when they
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I'm just saying between women's business and men's business, like
Women hold on to be forever.
forever. But men, I just feel like y'all fight,
It's done.
you have it out and it's done. And then y'all can go maybe not dap up, but go get a drink. You know what I mean? It's
Bruh,
just done.
You
It's
fight,
just done.
you fight a nigga, and then like 4 hours later, like, hey, she fat, ain't she? Like, yeah, you know she fat, and it's done.
Yeah.
It's like, the beef is over.
Yeah.
But now, the money reside nigga was just fighting like 4 or 5 people. I ain't know he went hard like that.
All right, I saw
First
that.
night, bop, bop, bop. I'm like, oh, okay, little nigga, all right.
I'm trying to think what else I saw this week. Love After. I know I'm the only person who watches Love After Lockup.
I really want to keep talking about the show.
Love
I'm
After
sorry.
Hilarious.
I'm sorry.
It's so much fun. I put a clip out of it because the straight dudes are so mad. Like shout out to Money, whatever his name is, and this other dude from these two dudes from New York, just mad at everything. Like, yo, man, look here, man. William keep throwing his ass on me, man. Like,
Wait, so is this supposed to be like Bad Girls Club?
it is. But
Did
then when
ba-
they go out to the clubs, like they went to like the party with the baby got the wrecking.
Oh yeah.
And they was
yeah.
there, like, yeah, man, look here. I gotta say this in the bus, man. Look here. Hey, when you do too much, you are twerking your ass on me, man. I ain't fucking with that. I'm like, yo, and Kurt Franklin's son is in it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's weird, but he's lit.
Yeah.
He got his lip bust the first episode.
Oh.
I mean, he got.
So
it
I
felt
have
really
been.
weird.
It's on. It's on.
Zeus. You gotta watch. If you watch it, you will talk with me for.
So
an hour
also,
about it.
y'all, like old episodes of Bad Girls Clubs is on Tubi, TUBI.
I don't care about that.
Baby, when
Nah, that's not-
Genevicia,
I ain't getting no sleep because of you.
Tanisha,
You ain't getting no sleep because of me.
Darlene, Naveen, them bitches, season 2, season 3, Tanisha, who's like, y'all not sleeping because clapping together the bacon pans, that's season 2 or 3 of Bad Girls Club.
Yeah.
That's on Tubi, baby.
Now I'll say this: the producer is Natalie Nunn.
Is who?
Natalie Nunn.
I would not agree with that.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
She's the one running the shit.
So she was on
She's
Bad
running
Girls.
everything.
She was on Bad Girls Club
Shit.
season
Shit.
season 4 or 5.
But she's running the shit.
And she was on the show. She used to be on the show and always to say, "I run LA. I run LA." So at the
And they're in
time, she wasn't. This is y'all have to cast your memories back to when Rihanna and Chris Brown were still a thing.
Yeah.
Damn, I was in college, maybe freshman year.
And so this
High
was
school for me.
after
For us.
this was after Chris Brown and Rihanna had their
This is when Chris Brown went to the game with her.
no, this was when they were in the Ferrari wrecking.
Oh yeah, that was definitely like 2006.
That was
2005.
nah. It was
That was
2010.
between that was
It was
yeah.
09, I think.
It was
Yeah.
09. It was like
Yeah.
09. It was like 09,
Yeah.
2010.
That
Yeah.
was like
That was
08.
early.
No, that was like
You're right.
08.
Yeah, 05, he got
Yeah.
popping.
Yeah.
He doesn't run
It's
it,
like
all that
08.
shit. Yeah, he was that
Pretty sure
nigga.
it was 09.
Yeah, 08,
'Cause
09,
it was-
yeah.
It had to be 09 or
Umbrella-
2010 because
Umbrella
Exactly.
was 08.
Yeah, you're right.
you're
You're right.
right.
You're right. You're
it
right.
had to be 09 or 2010 because the song with him, Busta Rhymes, and all that came out after that.
Oh,
and that was out 2010, 2011.
That was 2010. Look at me now.
look at me now.
That was
Hey,
2010.
look at me now.
Yeah.
It was 2009.
And the other
I
song
had
had
to look
all
it
that,
up.
all that
What you
bullshit
outside
for
the
the
club?
word.
It was 2009.
2009.
2009.
Yeah. So this was the same
09 on my
time
point.
that all this was happening when she was on the show, and apparently she was in the club in LA. Chris Brown was at the table next to her, and Rihanna was across the club, and she caused all this confusion. Like, oh, I'm with Chris.
Well, she running
Chris
shit
Brown
now.
passed you a shot, bitch. Don't do too much.
Well, you gotta watch this shit with me, bro.
All right. Fine.
Milan Christopher's wrecking niggas.
Do
He-
you have
he-
you have a
Milan
login for it?
Christopher's a big homie because he's knocking niggas out.
Yeah, I know who that is.
The
Wait,
other-
he's a light skin or a dark skin?
Dark
one?
skin, cuz.
I thought that was
Nah, he like swole as fuck.
No, I know exactly who that is. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
from Chicago. Like, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
from 77. I don't care if fuck I'm gay. Nah, I'm not.
But I also feel like
I respect him.
I also feel like gay men in our community, our being black and brown, have to know how to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, he throw hands. I ain't want
Because
no
you
smoke.
get poor thing, you get picked on all the time
This him.
in school. Yeah, I know exactly who that
Yeah.
is. Yeah, you get picked on in school.
I'm not wrecking this, man.
You get picked on
We're
every
good.
every fucking day in high school. You're
That's
getting
what
picked
yeah.
on. Yeah, you learn
No,
how to
my-
fight.
real
Yeah.
shit. They said that I think the second episode because the dudes from New York, one of the dudes from New York was like did 5 years in the bid.
Oh,
So being like in the jail is like, all right, y'all gay niggas be over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be over here. So he tried to do that same rule
yeah.
in the crib, and they're like, hold up, y'all ain't
Yeah.
like, bro, who cares?
No, you can't
yeah.
apply
Yeah, you
jail
can't do
logic
that.
to
And
outside.
They kind of
Mhm.
squash shit, things of that
Yeah.
nature. But he kept asking Kurt Franklin's son, like, what are you?
What do you mean
Because he's like, yo, because Kurt Franklin's son would never give a straight answer.
about his sexuality?
Yeah, and I was like,
Oh.
and he kept asking, like, yo, do you want to fuck him or?
But why does it matter? That's what I'm
And
saying.
every
yeah.
gay nigga in the house kept saying, he's not trying to fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you're
Why
good.
does it matter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to know, you know, to know who I'm around.
Yeah,
You
so
straight or
I
you
don't-
gay? Like,
I don't really
like, bro,
understand.
I don't. He was like, he verbatim, like, sexuality is a spectrum. I'm like,
I don't understand.
like, he's that guy. Like, okay, he's roll with it.
the homophobia in elementary, middle, and high school. Like, why do y'all beat niggas up who are different?
That's okay. You got to ask 12-year-old kids
Yeah.
in 2001 maybe.
So it's just our ignorance.
Now, now I don't think that pops.
No, they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
No.
in the 80s, the
Yeah.
90s, that shit went off. But
Before that, the 50s,
I never-
the
yeah,
60s, the
60s,
70s, the 80s,
Yeah, anything before,
you
like-
would get fucked up for being a sissy. Absolutely.
anything before like 2005, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But it's just like
So
right
why
now,
was it like I'm gonna beat you into being a man?
I've never done it, so I can't
I don't-
explain it.
What is the?
I think, I mean, it's that masculinity, the
Yeah.
toxic masculinity that goes into that.
Yeah.
And that's what
That's
you,
why, like,
you just referred to. That's like, I'm gonna beat it
rappers-
out of you.
Yeah.
Like rappers,
I'm
and
So
beat you
I'm
to a
gonna
man.
beat you to the point that you don't act like this anymore because
Yeah.
you remember this ass
It's very
whooping.
counterintuitive. But
It is. It's
yeah.
stupid. But like rappers, actors, gangsters, they're like, yo, you say they gay, they're like, oh, they gotta kill you. Back in the day.
Yeah.
But yo, he said I'm gay, man. I don't fuck no niggas. But yo, now if a nigga after that hype for me calling him gay, like, are you really gay or like
So
like, you doing
is
too
it-
much?
Like, what is the fear that like they're gonna just
I mean,
run
I don't
around and
know. But
sodomize you?
I
Like,
have
what is
no-
the
I have-
issue?
I have friends
Yeah.
who still don't like this shit.
Yeah.
Everybody, yo, you wearing these little gay ass niggas, man. They trying to fuck me. I'm like, how you know they trying to fuck you, bro? I don't know. I look good, man.
You don't look. You don't look that good.
I'm like, bro, if they want to fuck it, they'll go smack, bro. Like,
Mhm.
Because just like you have a type, what makes you think gay men don't have a type?
I be lost. I'm lost. It's definitely like I told the story a bunch of times on the podcast. Even last year when it was the pandemic, I'm outside the shorts. I was like, hey, I see you thickness. I'm like, you know it. Like, what I'm gonna do? He gave me a
Right.
compliment. Keep it moving. He ain't going to smack at
But
me.
I guess
he
what
ain't trying to get my number.
I guess what I'm
He ain't
asking
touch me.
is,
He kept it moving.
I guess
If
what
you're
I'm
on U Street,
asking
you're gonna
is-
get that.
That's I'm on U
If
Street.
you're on U
By
exactly.
Kiki and all that shit
Hey,
now.
Hey,
Rest in
the
peace-
one
rest in
time I
peace,
walked into
Velvet Lounge.
Nelly's, the one time I walked into Nelly's, dude came up, yo, you have really nice eyes.
you do.
Yo, thank you.
I went to
Thank
Nelly's
you.
once. I lasted 30 minutes. Like, no, I'm in the home turf.
Hey,
I'm in home
same.
turf.
Same, but you know, like compliment, thank you,
It's a
keep it
compliment.
moving.
Yeah.
That's it.
I guess what I'm trying to get at is like, what is it that makes you look at another man who is not behaving how you think he should behave
Mhm.
and then
It's
want to beat
insecurity.
him?
I think it's more so. I mean, you asking 1, 2, 3 guys who's kind
Evolved.
of like, no, I
yeah.
guess you could say evolved,
Evolved.
like kind of like not thinking. Like, if you asked me this in 2001, I'm like, yo, cause I'll be off that type of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 35-year-old Walt is like not thinking about no gay nigga. Like,
Well, it's like,
Yeah.
you know, it all comes from
they my man, so I'm
yeah.
cool with people like that.
I
Right?
think
They
all
my people.
that-
I hang out with them.
all that comes from how you're educated.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people that grow up in minority households, like, say if you were to like pierce your ears, like your parents would be like, "Oh, that's gay," and then you get your ass whooped, something along those lines.
Nah.
So like, you know, you learn from your parents, like based off what they do, not what they say.
Yeah.
So if you're getting that kind of treatment, you want to inflict the same pain that on somebody else. So that's where that kind of shit comes from. And a lot of those people are either like that or it's got like repressed feelings of them, you know, their own feelings and how they don't feel like they can express themselves.
or they're beaten to the
So,
that
yeah.
situation,
So they feel a certain type of way because someone else is like openly, freely acting how they would like.
Now I would say this. My
So
dad,
they're like, it's either hating or just like not knowing how to understand
How to-
I would say
people.
this. My dad did say that same thing. Like, cause I mean, his dad before I, like, they was off that military. Like, nigga, like when I asked for my ears pierced when I was a kid, like, yo, all right, you want to go to the mall get your ear pierced? Like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna take you. So I bet I'm getting dressed. It's like, hey, yeah, get in the car. Like, when we gonna go to the mall get your ears pierced, and after that, we gonna get you a dress since you want to be a fucking girl. I'm like, okay, no, what? I don't want them no more.
Yeah, I mean,
I just went
You
back
say
You
home.
never got him.
Never. My ears ain't pierced, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I mean, and my dad right now has evolved and he understands and shit. Like, but back in
Yeah.
the fucking 1994, he ain't thinking that.
Yeah.
But I feel like
94 was
I feel
crazy.
like motherfuckers had earrings back.
Yeah, I was
then.
gonna say. I
No,
feel like people
he
had
ain't thinking
earrings. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
yeah,
gonna
I
do
was
one
gonna
side.
say. Yeah. Remember, it would.
Oh,
it
this
was
side, the
yeah.
gay
the
side.
hoop.
Yeah, there was
A lot
one.
of the hoops.
You were
It,
gay.
it was like
yeah.
some secret
I remember
shit.
that.
they
Rule.
was
Remember
If you had
that?
both, you were
The
good.
left ear
Yeah.
side was like,
If you had both, you were
you were
okay.
good,
But if
yeah.
you had just one, I can't remember which
I don't
ear
remember
it
what
was.
side. He
The
remembers
right
it.
side. Yeah.
Hey, Michael Jordan still got them hoop earrings in.
Yeah, he do. All right, sorry.
look here.
I just got
Look,
very
we
worked
we
up.
have my
Sorry.
boys from Adobo here. We had to go on a couple different topics.
I'm
But I've
sorry.
definitely had fun with you guys. But when we get right back, we're gonna talk about the double party and everything else on that. So they're gonna stick with us. See y'all later. And we're back. All right. So we have a couple guests in the building, and these are friends of the family right now. These are like my guys. Like, I'm actually, you know how someone's your guys when, as a host for an event, you pull up You ain't asking for a dime, a penny, not even a drink ticket. You're like, give me the mic. Like, no, we're gonna turn this party up. We're gonna have some fun. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. So we got Pedro Night and the other Walter. That's all right, Walter.
Oh, not the other Walter.
That's all right.
That's right. The Adobo crew was in the building, man.
Woo!
So Adobo DMV, yeah, I gotta put the claps in for y'all. Make sure y'all shit's legit. But no, I appreciate y'all coming to the show once again because one, we talked about Bacanal. Two, you guys have a big movement in the DC area and outside the DC area. I could see a potential tour coming up. I'm pretty sure that y'all been already asking. People are already asked and things of that nature. So just seeing the growth from the Big Chief days when it was like, oh, Tequila Talk Joy Club and Adobo was like, oh yeah, we run the spot. Like, everybody else, yeah. Hey, kick them off the schedule. We bring money, baby.
Come on, Adobo.
Hey, look, Adobo's a wild party, man. We shot to Lear and Lionel. I said Lear. Oh, I keep fucking.
It's not Lear. It's
Lear.
Lur.
Lear.
Lur.
Why am I doing this? Why am
It's
I
just
doing
like
this?
it's spelled
He's gonna beat me
Ler.
Lur.
He might choke me out.
No, they were cool.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
disrespecting his name. Shout out to Larry and Lionel, but they came up and talked to you guys. I can't wait for them to come back to DC and experience one Adobo. If you haven't been in the DC area, you definitely got to experience Adobo party because it's different. You might seen it go viral on YouTube or not YouTube, but like Twitter and Instagram. Like, so they pouring, they disrespecting our women. They pouring seasoning on the booty.
We losing recipes.
We losing recipes.
We are literally losing recipes. They are pouring the recipes upon the girls. I will be honest.
I will be real. I'm gonna be real. I'm sorry for cutting you off, Jas.
It's all right.
I've definitely had a girl. I posted a video when me and Money was at a Adobo party, and I was like, "Yo, that's me." I was like, "Oh, I ain't tag her or anything, but
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, do you want me to take it down? Like, I don't want nothing bad." Like, oh no, I went there for that. I'm like, oh, so this is just what it is.
All right.
You know why I'm
She
here.
came there to get the Adobo on her.
The rite of passage.
Yeah.
We've
So,
set appointments before.
Yeah. I know baptisms.
So you've had specific ladies come to the party ready to get baptized in the seasoning.
Yeah.
Men too.
They'll be like, we'll be there by
Men too.
2:30.
Men too.
Hey, keep it even.
Mm-hmm. Keep it
Yeah.
equitable.
I fuck with it.
I will say
accessible to
this.
everybody.
So the first time I got exposed to Adobo party was at Big Chief. Shout out to Big Chief.
Rest in peace.
And rest in peace. Rest in peace. And y'all had a big a bottle of Adobo seasoning. Y'all, Adobo
That was
seasoning.
the biggest bottle I've seen in my life too.
Yeah, it was.
That's like the 2
Like, did y'all
pounder.
get it from Costco?
There was a giant next to my old house, my parents' house, where I was staying at the time. And yeah, I would go there beforehand, like procrastinating, literally, like right before the party to
Sounds like me.
Pick up
clear out.
Yeah.
Like,
all their Adobo and stuff.
it depended. Sometimes like it depended on the needs of the party. Sometimes like
Yeah.
the bigger ones were needed. Sometimes like it was a
The
little
earlier
smaller
ones because
Mhm.
we realized very quickly that people don't have like boundaries. Like they'll just pour
Use
anywhere,
up all your
everything.
seasonings.
Yeah.
Come in your house
By
and drink
the-
up all your alcohol.
Right.
Yeah, by the end, I started going to Mega Mart, and that's
Mhm.
when I would pick up like maybe 3, because that's when
The
it was just
big-
getting too
The
much.
big stuff.
Yeah, because then people started like associating us directly with the
Pouring
viral
seasonings,
moment,
yeah.
which is like that's not what we're here for. We're here to
Yeah.
like bring people together, not to
Yeah.
just
Season
Dumb.
people.
throw
Season up-
seasoning on the whole party. Like,
Leave
you know.
the party smell
that's
like
why.
chicken.
But,
Smelling like
it's
chicken.
something like I guess it piques people's interest. Like people see that and they're like, "Yo, like the
What's
fuck
going
is going
on here?
on?"
Yeah.
For us, it's like, come find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
Pull
saw
up.
the pictures and I was like, in what world am I going to put on my outfit and do my hair and come to an event and some niggas is going to pour fucking seasoning blend down
And the
my
funny
back?
thing
And
is-
y'all, hold on, Walt. Y'all have to understand. It's not like, okay, so you know when you're cooking and you season salt on something and you just, hit a little
Little sprinkle.
These niggas is pull.
No decency.
And
And all I'm seeing is fucking garlic and
Mm.
onion and paprika and celery powder. Just
but-
and
And
on
ass.
top of that, ass. So the seasoning is just imagine you are having a great time, having fun, feeling the vibe, twerking, and it's hyping you. And so me, as someone who is very, I'm a texture and smell person. So
Yeah.
all
Ooh.
I can smell is fucking pollo y arroz y
Culo.
okay.
Well, that's why we had to, really limit the scope of it.
Yeah.
We had to really regulate it, like only like licensed people.
License.
Like you had to get certified.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, like you got to get certified. Like
To hold
not
the
any-
bottle or get the bottle.
both.
Both.
Like you got to be certified to carry. Like not everybody can carry that bottle. Like
Oh,
people ask
absolutely,
all the time, can we bring our own seasoning?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
No.
Do not do that.
Yeah,
like
there'd
that's
be
not
like
why
there'd
we're
be
here.
like 3-4 at the door from people that had to like leave it at the door to come in the party.
So
People have
people
snuck it in.
come and
Yeah.
bring their own seasons.
They'll try it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's.
They'll try it.
I will say that's impact.
Am I licensed?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
If you can hold the
No.
mic, you can hold
I
the
think
Adobo.
we might
Pedro
have to
said,
renew the license just because it's been a long time.
But I mean,
You know
it's
what I'm
fine now
saying?
because like
Is there
we're,
an
we're
application
we're using
process?
glitter
No,
now.
it's
Oh,
just
you
tryouts. It's
using
really a
glitter now.
tryout. Like we give you the bottle and it's kind of like
You
Thor's
see how
hammer.
you
Like
do.
we see like if you can wield it,
Yeah.
that's like the first thing.
Yeah.
But now we're using glitter, so
Yeah.
that's
Oh, that's
the
even
other
worse.
thing.
Okay,
yeah.
so talk
This
to
is worse
me.
than the Adobo season. You know that, right?
Well, we listen to the feedback, like
Glitter
especially from the
doesn't go
women,
anywhere.
because like of course like the women like are the priority.
Of
you know,
course. Of course.
so for us like obviously like their input is essential,
Yeah.
right? So we were getting like some complaints,
Feedback,
just
feedback.
like
Some
like what
feedback.
you were saying, like the smell, like the dust is in the air, like
Yeah.
you
It's in my hair at this point.
it's like
yeah.
and at Adobo, like girls come fitted the fuck out, like they
That's facts.
to the T.
So
you know what I'm
y'all,
saying?
like how it is when y'all go to the beach and you come back in the room to take a shower and you take your bikini off and the sand
Mm.
comes from under your boob, the
Mm.
sand be like in your ear crack, the sand be in the creases of your ass.
Yeah.
Adobo.
But that's when we had it regulated. We were like, all right, there's
Yeah.
only like legit like less than a handful of people who
Who are allowed
nowadays
to
like we
hold it.
trust to like hold it and to like
So how
sprinkle
did
it.
that moment even come about? Like how did the idea to
That is
bring
crazy.
to
I think I
bring
brought it up last time.
to bring whatever seasoning to a party and say, "Oh, how did that even happen? How did that start?"
So I guess it goes back to the name.
The name, yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to explain like why we called it Adobo,
Yeah,
because that's really where
so-
it comes from.
So basically, the first party we were gonna do was gonna be called we're gonna call it Sábado Gigante,
Mhm.
based off like the show. What's that?
Que significa in English?
It's like Big Saturday, like
Okay.
gigantic Saturday. It was like a what's the
Write it down.
Think of like the Tonight Show,
yeah. So it's like yeah.
but like with the game show with like in a variety show.
A
Okay,
variety
so
show, yeah.
y'all know who. So
Or
in
like Saturday Night Live, but
exactly,
without, like, the
yeah.
comedy.
Yep.
Correct.
So y'all have to understand, Spanish TV has like I guess the best thing to compare it to is game shows.
Yeah.
Like something comparable, not quite Price is Right, but like a show where the audience can come participate, one or two people from the audience. So this kind of game show culture. Go ahead.
Yeah. So and like that was like a staple in the culture. Like everybody watched that every Saturday night with their family.
Yeah, they have like
you know,
talent
and they would
shows
have
and
like
whatnot.
they had every kind. They would reunite families on the show. Everything. It was like everything. We're like, yeah,
Mhm.
like that's kind of like everybody knows what that is part of our culture. Let's go with that. Then they're like, oh, we double booked. We got Friday.
Mm.
So you guys want July 27th. And for us, we're like, well, we didn't need a new name because we can't say Sábado Gigante on a Friday.
It's not gonna
So we were actually at Songbird,
The old Songbird.
the old Songbird,
OG.
and
Mhm.
just spitballing names like, oh, like some people already been using that.
Like I think I brought up like azúcar,
Yeah.
like the Celia Cruz like catchphrase. I'm a big Celia fan.
Okay.
And we're like, nah, it's not, strong enough.
It's not.
Yeah. Walt brought up Caliente, which was the name of another TV show, and that show I think you would really enjoy, by the way.
Of course,
It's basically like MTV
It's-
Spring Break.
it was
but
like
the Latin
it was like
version.
TRL
Mhm.
Yeah,
on
but
the beach. On the
Mhm.
beach, yeah,
Oh, so like you said, like the spring.
Ass.
Remember when MTV used to do Spring Break?
yeah.
It was literally like that, but in
Espanol.
Espanol.
Oh no,
Yeah.
every Saturday at 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like 1 p.m. So is that hella ass on TV at 1 p.m.
Not
Mhm.
ass so much, but
he shook his head. Yeah.
just the vibe, the party
They're all in
vibe.
the bikinis on the beach and stuff dancing.
Because you have to understand, Latino culture is
I know, but-
is a little different than ours.
I didn't.
No, I would argue that a lot of it is raunchier.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So like
lot
I
of-
was watching.
yeah.
So I found out about Shakira before she came to the
Or I
United
guess
States.
it's sexualized, is what I should say.
Yeah,
It's
more
not
so- they
sexualized, but
do.
I don't think y'all see it as sexual.
No.
We
It's culture.
don't know.
It's culture.
No.
See,
We
That's
don't.
what
I
I mean.
think
It's every day.
because for us, like mixtapes, a lot of like bootleg tapes,
Yeah.
like compilation tapes. Like there'll be like super bachatazos from like '98,
Okay.
which would be like greatest hits of in bachata from the year 1998. But you'll see like women, almost naked, pretty much
Yeah.
on the cover.
Mhm.
And those CDs are iconic in Latin culture. Like like if you want like good ass bootleg CDs of good ass bachata or like salsa, merengue,
Mhm.
like all genres,
Mhm.
you're most likely gonna see like a bikini clad woman
Mhm.
like on the cover. And that's just
And that's what I'm saying. Like if
The
you
culture.
y'all like think about like Brazilian culture, right? Like Brazilians brought us thong bikinis. Brazilians brought us the BBL, literally Brazilian butt lift. Brazilians think about the Victoria's
They're
Secret
innovative.
models.
They are innovative.
You know what I mean? Like Tyra will always stand, Tyra Banks forever. But like, what was the other one? Giselle and Adriana and and behind, like you know what I mean? It's part of the Latina culture.
I used to
Just
watch a
kind of
porn, it was
feeling
like
the
Boom
vibes,
Boom.
Yeah.
just being fucking sexy and
You
getting
said, You
it.
said what?
I used to watch a porn. I think it was like Mike Go to Brazil or some shit. And just...
those are so problematic.
Okay, I'm not. I didn't make it
Because
up.
sex tourism is a real.
It's a very real thing. It's a real thing.
bro. It's like
I've never
Everywhere.
been.
it's a.
You've
it's
never
a,
been
It's
to
a real
DR.
issue.
You never been to
Mm.
DR.
Or Brazil.
It's an issue.
Ooh, ooh,
Mm.
ooh. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys had this. You wanted to do
Yeah.
a Saturday. You weren't available to do Saturday, so you did Friday. So go ahead.
Yeah, so we were like spitballing ideas, and then I was like, "What about adobo?" Everybody uses adobo, like not just.
What
like
is
Latinos.
adobo?
Well, adobo's like a type of seasoning. It's like it's like a blend of seasonings, but it's all-purpose seasoning.
I remember-
Is it
Yeah.
No
is it
cap.
seasoned salt? Is it lemon pepper?
No, it's seasoning. I don't know
Yeah,
the
it's
exact
like-
ingredients.
It's a taste.
has-
You know
yeah.
the taste.
But it's something that is just very common that everybody has in their home.
Mhm.
For the most
It's
part.
like the
A lot of
go-to.
Africans, a lot of
Caribbeans.
For
Yeah,
people
So-
that don't know, I'm
Yeah.
simply trying to walk us through.
Yeah,
Of course,
I mean,
of course.
Yeah.
When I saw adobo, I was like, okay, I seen adobo.
No, I got
Mama.
adobo
I
in my
know,
house.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
got the cubes in my house. I got it all. So
Yeah. So
No, and I think like when he first said it, it kind of rang in my head. I was like, hold up. Who uses adobo? It's Latinos, it's
brown people,
Caribbeans, it's
yeah.
Africans, and it's
Yeah.
also black folks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who is the party, targeted towards? It's Latinos, it's Caribbeans, it's Africans, and it's black folks from around the way. Whose music are we going to be playing? Same like line of thinking. I'm like, yo, like the name makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking perfect because I don't know, like that's literally what it was. Like everybody uses it, everybody's familiar with it, and
I
it
was gonna
just
say
so
everybody
representative.
knows what adobo seasoning is
Mhm.
yeah.
and how to use it and when to use it. It's very common. Like I have it in my kitchen. It's just a staple.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah. So we just took it and ran with it. First party, we
Yeah.
bought a bunch of them.
I went
you
to
bought a bunch
Target.
of the seasonings.
I went to
Yeah.
Target and I actually pre-ordered like 18 of them.
That's a
Yeah.
lot.
That's
it was
fun
a lot.
for a party,
I don't,
though.
you know,
That was
I
like
don't know what the
that
fuck I
was
was
all the
doing.
that was all the decoration. It was just like
It was like
This
it
is-
was
everywhere.
these
So y'all had high tops tables with a seasoning on it.
yeah.
And the
yeah,
first
it was
one
like these
at,
little bottles of seasoning. Yeah.
The first one was in Northeast.
No, it was in Bethesda.
Northeast
At
Bethesda.
Bethesda Village and State.
That's
Then
my
we were
fault.
at
Ooh, so y'all went high class first.
then we were at Smith
We
Public
went
Trust.
with what we could get
Yeah.
because nobody wanted to give us a shot.
Okay.
Nobody. I tried shopping it around.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted it. Nobody was interested.
That's crazy.
Nobody thought it was going to work.
These days, it's
Some
so
of the
easy.
some of the biggest minds and names in DC nightlife told me to my face that it was gonna fucking fail,
Wow.
and that they had no
market for it.
no market, no hope, like nothing. They're
Well,
like,
were
do
they,
something
like,
else with your life.
Was
Wow.
it like clubs or like bar-ish clubs? Like, because most of the spots, like Big Chief was like a bar-ish club. It was like, it wasn't a club.
The first one was a bar. It was like, man,
So
that
he
shit
wasn't a bar
felt.
social. He's tripping.
No. The guy, I won't go into it,
Nah.
but it's been people, but like well respected people in nightlife, just who manage venues, who
Just
own
poo-pooed
venues,
it.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they a lot of people like they just told me like at first,
We don't cater to that crowd.
Well,
Yeah.
without sounding, I don't want to say racist.
No, we gotta. Okay, time out.
because they were confused because I was like, no, it's not just a Latin party. It's somewhere where we're trying to like include everybody because that's how me and Walter grew up in Montgomery Village. We grew up like listening to Sean Paul, listening to CCB, listening to Crime Mob. And also Aventura, also like old school salsa and reggaeton, and just all this music. Like that was our environment.
A
We
real
grew up with
blend
everybody.
of the culture.
We really
Yeah.
grew up with everybody.
And that's one thing I will say. I'm sorry, Walt, to cut you off. Walt one. That I think is very unique about this area that we have, and I didn't realize it until I went to college. And we're very diverse.
Super.
In terms of, you may have white friends, you may have Latina friends, you may have Asian friends, you may have West African friends, you might have West Indian friends, you may be Black. You've heard all of the music. You've eaten all of the foods. You've been around everybody's houses. You've gotten spanked by everybody's mama. Like,
You've gotten your hair done. Like you've gotten your hair cut by everybody.
Yeah, me too.
Everyone's worked with a Dominican.
I was gonna say I do love a Dominican hairstylist, except they be going back home for like a month, and that should be blowing me.
You're right. And that's why I think that the DC area is more receptive to newer music than a lot of other cultures. Like we hear go-go. Like it's a lot of people that like have the fake beef for Baltimore, but you throw some club music in the set.
We can do
no
it.
one's gonna care.
Yeah, we
can
can
party.
We'll have a little fun with
You
it.
throw on some what's it called? New
Afro
Orleans
beats.
bounce.
Okay.
We gonna party.
We gonna go out.
Yeah.
We party basically to every. You throw some New York stuff. Somebody might do the Harlem Shake. We're gonna party to everything. We really because we're so used to people looking at our music that we could claim as ours. Go. I'm like, this is pots and pans. It's trash. And I'm like, yo, we like all y'all stuff. Why can't y'all just like listen and enjoy this? Like, I don't get it. But one thing I want to ask you is like, as far as the promoters, not gonna ask what the names are. Don't care. Not gonna ask the clubs. But without sounding like ignorant, but like, do they know that Latin people party hard? Like,
That's a
It
good
was just
question.
like,
weird,
did they
man.
know, like,
That's a
hey,
good
they gonna
question.
bring in, they gonna drink until the
Yeah.
bar is empty.
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
I guess like
Like,
at
they
the
party.
time, like
Y'all party.
at the
I've been to a couple parties.
have I? Shit.
I've been to a couple of
Have
them
you
house
ever
parties
been to
that
a fucking
they end at 5 in
Latino
the morning.
Latino christening?
Oh yeah.
My
Come on
God.
now.
Yeah.
I mean, the culture in itself, it's centered around dance. Like, if you're at a Latin party and no one's dancing, something's wrong. Like, even at wakes, people dance. Like, that's just how it is. It's just ingrained in it. But
You move a little.
I don't know, man. It was just weird. Like, it was very frustrating because, I had been in the industry at that time for like 4 to 5 years. And I had like pretty good credit at the time. I hadn't done this Pedro Night shit. I hadn't started DJing and whatnot. But like I guess people like were scared to bring all those communities together because it just hadn't been done in that way and of that caliber. I think like a lot of it is straight up racism for real, bro. Like you look at the ownership, you look at who owns the majority of these
Because
venues
quiet
and
as it's
buildings
kept,
and properties.
all, and I hate to say all, but all of your popular nightclubs, venues, lounges, whatever you want to call it, in Washington, D.C. are owned by 7 people.
That's
Mhm.
facts.
By 7
It's a whole monopoly
people.
Not
That's
all, but yeah, it's a big monopoly on a lot of it.
on a lot of it in a
On
lot
a
of
lot of
neighborhoods.
it.
On the bigger spots.
on the bigger
The
spots.
bigger,
yeah.
the
The
spots
bigger
that
spots.
everybody like.
Correct.
The spots that
The
everybody are
staples
for,
of-
yeah,
the-
that every
The
we're not gonna name
staples of
names.
The
nightlife.
spots
You
that
know.
Stephen A. Smith stay on Sports Center.
Okay, they're all owned by 7 or 8 white European Middle Eastern folk. That's
Correct.
all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's how it is. And yeah, there's, a whole lot of racism just in the industry in general, not just in DC. I think in DC, like what Walt said, I think You know, we're lucky, and I think we're privileged because we're a lot more advanced and progressive than a lot of other areas and a lot of other cities. But that doesn't mean that we can't do better, and that doesn't mean that shit can't be equitable. So I guess that's where we're like, we see ourselves. It's like, man, like we really trying to partner with venues who have like similar ideals to us, you know, because there's a lot of them that just aren't on the same page as us. There's a lot of them that, you know, they're just focused on, you know, the bottles and speak of the devil, the sparklers and whatnot.
I mean, I get it though, because I mean,
And that's the bottom
everything
line
aside,
for sure.
Certain nights
Oh, yeah,
bring in
let's-
money. They
For
bring in
sure.
money.
Let's have a
Let's
shot.
finish off with my shot. then.
Hold on,
Fuck it.
let's get a shot.
Shot,
Walt,
shot, shot.
Salute.
that's wait, no,
Hey.
no. That's not a shot.
This?
He
Walt,
was dumb tip.
Walt.
Oh,
All right.
That's not a shot. That's a sip. Okay. Cheers.
Hey, to more success to y'all, bro.
Salute.
Salute.
To y'all booking me.
So you were saying that you felt like you've encountered a place where you feel like you haven't necessarily been given a chance.
That's how it was at the beginning.
And that's what I
At,
mean.
at the
I'm sorry.
beginning, like,
Idiot right
yeah,
now,
yo.
Idiot.
I mean, yo,
If I
you
was
could
Joe, I'd
have.
see you every
There's a
week.
lot of people
Hard
that
to do numbers.
there's a lot of people that look at us funny because they're like, man, like I really could have gotten on the ground floor, like,
Yeah.
you know, missed that train.
You could have gotten a share of Twitter when it was still $7.99.
Like,
You could be. Do you watch the winning time for
Hey.
Magic Johnson?
not yet.
When Nike
I need
offer
to.
him a shoe,
Oh,
and he's like, "I'll give you shares," and I think it was like 15 cent, and I forgot how it went. He's like, "I missed out on $5.2 billion."
Mm.
Yeah.
He's like, "I regret it." I saw an interview. He told about like, "I regret."
There's
that
multiple
day."
athletes that did that,
He's like,
That
"Yo,"
missed out
he's
on
like, "Yo,
shares, yeah.
Magic Johnson was like, "Yo, Jordan would make me so much money."
right?
Mm.
They
Like, I
made
would been good.
right. They made deals with
He did Converse.
there's Converse and there's other athletes
Puma.
that did Puma,
Yeah,
Reebok,
they would know.
Adidas.
Especially
Adidas
Converse.
isn't a bad.
Adidas
It
isn't
did,
bad.
yeah.
But
but
Nike
nah.
was offering motherfucking shares.
Yeah, because
Yeah, that's
But
important.
19-year-old ain't gonna know about no
but
shares.
once like
Yeah.
all the major sports leagues stopped using Reebok died out.
Yeah.
You know, lost a lot of its value.
I used to
Mhm.
have Reebok in my kid. You're right, it did die out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
once because it was they used to do
Damn, I tried
the
to- I tried
NBA
to-
and NFL, right?
Yeah, they did NFL, NBA. It was a lot track and
And
soccer.
and hockey.
Yeah.
And
a
hockey,
lot
I
of track
believe.
and soccer. But yeah.
Yeah.
But so they will be.
A lot of
idiots
people
right
missed
now.
out. Yeah.
There'll be a lot. It is right now. Like you walk in the bar, like, oh, so yeah, I got you a shot. Like, hey, you want some food? Like, that's how I act. Like, hey, yeah. So y'all thinking about yeah, bring them all in, man. We good.
Okay, so
Yeah.
y'all were starting to get this party started. You had this concept of adobo. You went and you bought your seasonings,
Yeah.
and then you were finally able to land a venue. How did y'all get traction on this event?
A lot of it, the beginning started with our friends, our
Mhm.
family,
Yeah.
our loved ones. Like, you know, Walter had been throwing parties up in Towson. That's where he went to college for a few
Yeah.
years. I'd been DJing at that time for about 6 to 7 years, but very inconsistently. It was something I didn't take that seriously at the time. Because at the time I was promoting for Glow and for Echo Stage. I was in the EDM space, you know,
Mhm.
trying to learn the game that way. And yeah, like that was just it. Like we just wanted to, you know, create like an authentic party, like for us, because you know a lot of our friends come from Montgomery Village. A lot of them come from Hyattsville, from you know Wheaton and Silver Spring and
Mhm.
Nova and
That's
you know
where
these
I
big
learned.
mixing bowls.
That's where I learned Spanish. Honestly,
Mhm.
was in Wheaton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's
So-
real.
So we met in 2005.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been friends since 2005. We met at church, actually.
Oh,
Yeah. So-
que Iglesia.
And like he'd always
St. Martin of
Martin's-
Tours.
Yeah, Gettysburg.
Oh yeah,
I just told them that's where I learned
He said-
Spanish.
she
Yeah,
said-
yeah,
that's
Wheaton.
where I learned Spanish.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we we grew up as friends, and then like I would always throw parties in Towson. I would give him a couple gigs out in Towson as well, and then he'd always tell me like, "Yo, like we gotta do an event." Blah blah blah. And
a
that's
lot of
where-
it was trying to convince him to promote in the
Yeah.
first place. He didn't want to be a promoter. I was like, bro,
Right.
like
Oh, see,
you
we got-
literally,
we
you
got the same
literally.
origin story.
Yeah,
But I was-
but
I
I
was
still
trying
I still don't see myself as like a promoter. Though.
Thank you.
I'm
The
not
same
like
origin story.
it's like
Walters
an
link up.
experience.
I was gonna say this is a Walt connection right now.
Walt Square,
I hate
baby.
saying
But yo, like
promoter.
I'm not-
and I
I'm
get
not
that
a
we all
promoter.
hate it, but that's just what we are. Like that's
Well,
what
you
the
know
fuck we
the
are.
negative connotations that come. with
100%.
promoter, like,
I don't call
oh,
myself one.
Oh, he gonna fuck bitches to get him in the free.
Yeah, I
and-
definitely don't identify as one, but it's what
I
it's
say
the
big-
fucking
it's
job.
what we
you know?
do, you know what I'm
It's what we
saying? Like-
I
fucking
say
do.
if you look at my IG, it says event curator. No promoter.
I call myself the prime minister of
Yeah.
Adobo. So
No, ain't no true. I ain't fucking no bitches like getting free. What do you mean?
All right. Enough,
But
enough.
what's it called? What were we talking about?
We were talking about how everything got started.
Sorry,
So
y'all
now,
went-
Yeah.
So I was living in the Baltimore area, and then my job moved me to DC. So I moved back to the area, and I was trying to do, because I went to a party. I was trying to do a party, and I was like, all right, I finally caved, and that's how the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
That's how the ball started rolling.
I was like, Walter, you can get paid to party. Like,
Yeah, welcome to my life. That's
I was
good.
gonna say,
dog,
yeah.
I spent
Welcome
a
to
good,
Tequila Talk for real.
I spent a good 6 to 8 months trying to convince Walter like to throw parties with me.
Yeah.
You know, so that was a struggle in its own.
Yeah.
I had to find the venues and I had to find partners.
Convince him to get on board.
Yeah, I mean, because
yeah.
and I get the hesitancy. I completely get it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that he took the plunge because
Mhm.
I know I wouldn't have been able to make it happen without him. And
Yeah.
I hope he feels the same way with
Yeah,
me
of
because
course.
like we're both like just bring so much shit to the table, and there's literally no one else that has like his skill set
Mhm.
or my skill set. So fuck the humble shit.
I will
It's
say
like,
this.
no.
I will say this. I don't know how Walter was back in the day, but right now I know Walter.
A
bring out the honeys.
goofball.
Walter bring out the honeys.
Man, it's always been like that.
See, I agreeing. Walt bring out the honeys, bro.
I mean, yo,
You bring the ladies,
in the,
Walter.
but in
ladies
the, in
out.
the DMV, you
He
got
got
the
me beat.
finest women in the country. So like,
Yeah.
Walt
It's
bring
the-
out some
it's the best
Hispanic girls I never
pickings.
seen in my life. Like, oh, he got. I ain't connected in these circles.
How'd you get tapped into that, Walter?
How did I get tapped into
The bad
Walter, we some
bitches.
cool ass
just
motherfuckers.
being
The
with
bad
the shorties?
bitches. Yeah.
Honestly, shout out to my sister. You know,
Oh, that's real.
she just taught me like to,
Be
you
cool.
know,
How
never,
to talk to women.
never that, and just never press them. And they're gonna
Like I
press
said,
you.
Be cool.
They're gonna and life. And the most important thing she ever taught me was life is easier around pretty women.
Mm.
Like I
Life
said, we
is
get along-
easier
we get along
around
well.
pretty women.
that's a bar.
'Cause
I was
you
gonna
see
say
me out-
that's the episode.
Hey,
That's
every
the
she about to
title.
get married in
Actually,
3
that's
weeks.
nice.
So.
Yeah, yeah.
Congratulations.
We
Well, we about to get
you about to get married,
shift.
bro?
No, my sister's getting
Oh, I
married.
was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Don't
Mind
get the
you,
party early.
nah. Like, here's the thing with my sister. I'm surprised she's getting married.
About bad
She always
bitches.
told
You
me
about
she
get married
never
in 3
wanted to
weeks.
get married. Like none of that. Like,
Well, she found the right one. She
yeah,
found the right
bro,
one.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Nah, real
awesome.
shit. Like I said, we connected on different levels because if anybody sees me in DC, they know me see me by myself or sitting at the bar with a couple girls. No pimp stuff, nothing like that. It's like, oh, it's the homies.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it feel pretty girls attract pretty girls,
hmm
which
That's
attracts
true.
free shots,
That's
which
true.
attracts it attracts a lot of things.
It's like
It's like a free,
life
free
is
night out.
life
You
is
pay for your
easier
time a little
around
bit,
pretty well. I
and more
mean,
things come from guys like, oh, that's
Yeah.
your man.
All right.
Oh yeah, give him a shot.
So
Well,
tell me, I'm sorry, Walter.
yeah. Go ahead.
Tell me
Don't cut
about
me
the
off.
first. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry
Like
to
the
you.
first instance.
Yes.
Yeah,
Tell
so
me
it was
about
at the
the
first-
first time that you opened up
Mm.
a bottle of Adobo and shook it on a woman, and
Well,
what happened?
And that's a 2-part story because the first party,
Yeah.
our boy Nate was just like, "Let me open one," and he like puts it above his head and just like spins
There's
Oh,
a
just like
and
this.
like throws it
Yeah.
on everybody, and everybody's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!"
Like a bottle.
I thought like I thought I was gonna incite a fight because
Yeah.
he just like threw it on the whole crowd, and everybody just looked around. They're like, "Hey!" It kept going. But the first time it was sprinkled on the gluteus maximus
Gluteus maximus.
was our boy Serge. It was at our first 2000s party, correct?
My best friend, yeah.
At
Our
Smith Public
first-
Trust,
Yeah, so that was the second party we did in Northeast.
correct.
The first one we did a Central American Independence Party at Smith Public Trust. And that one we used it to raise money for
Nicaragua.
yeah, that was for Nicaragua. That was for a refugee situation that was going on at the time, this human rights crisis. But yeah, for the 2000s party, I remember I was DJing, and our homie Yaya comes up and she starts twerking on the wall, like right next to me. Just casually, it's normal
Just
adult
dancing,
behavior. Just
What you mean, Yaya?
you know, feet up on the wall. Shaking
Oh,
ass,
like a full.
Yeah.
yeah, like hands
Upside
on
down.
pussy power.
A handstand.
Exactly, yeah.
handstand.
No, you didn't say that. You just said twerking on a wall. So I'm just thinking she's dancing, but she
No,
was
no,
down.
And that's why I said if you meet her, you'll realize that's just a normal thing
Yeah.
to say.
That's
So,
how she dances.
I look over,
She's-
yeah, it's Yaya.
She on the
cool.
wall,
You
it's
know,
fine,
all right,
yeah.
let me,
keep
turn
going.
it up.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
get her going. And I'm playing dance hall. Yeah,
Mhm.
playing, you know what it is.
Right,
right?
yeah.
So, Sergio, and I don't know what got into him, but he grabs the bottle, right?
What got into
And
it?
Yaya's like twerking behind me,
Yeah.
and he just grabs like a bunch in his hand and he starts like just sprinkling
it. Yeah.
Sprinkle me, baby.
and just like throwing it on. And everybody's just going, hey, everybody's like, you know,
Going
Hyping it up.
crazy.
going crazy
Yeah.
seeing this shit. And then once like I'm so glad that you know we got this dope like videographer at the time
Shout out to
and he documented it. His Eric directed, yeah. Yeah, he documented it. He captured that moment. So once like people saw the clips,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, oh, this shit different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was the first instance and it was fucking iconic. Like I had never seen shit like that. And that was my fucking best friend like 8th grade. Like
That's your homeboy for
I mean,
real.
like besides Walter, like and besides like my actual blood brother, like Serge is my brother. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't know. Like
Ooh, I knew a Sergio in 8th grade.
nah, shout out to him, man. He about to finish medical
Sure
school
did.
out in Miami, so he about to be on his Dr. Miami shit.
No, it's funny.
But not with the plastic surgery. He about to be like Grey's Anatomy,
I
like
think
Oh, like an actual
like
doctor.
an actual
yeah.
doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not to say plastic surgeons aren't actual doctors,
I
but
think
yeah.
they want to be like a pediatrician or something like that.
But, like, you know,
Actually,
like
I was
working
trying
with
to
the
push him
people.
that route. I'm like, bro, get your money up, like
Okay,
get your money up, bro.
okay, because I know you
What
up
we
to your
talking about
you up to
here?
your eyebrows in debt coming out of medical school. So
Mm.
go ahead and hit a couple
medical school should be free. Like
BBLs and
Mm.
titties for like 5 years.
If you're gonna be
and
a
you
doctor
right.
in Miami, might as well.
You
Might
may
as
as
well.
well, because
So,
that's
like-
where everybody.
But shout out
goes.
to him. He's
so. Like,
Hey, Sergio.
how did y'all feel? I mean, I think we talked about this earlier, like a couple years ago. How did y'all feel when y'all saw that shit going viral? And like, I would never be in the party where they sprinkling adobo on my booty.
well, so my initial
I love
reaction
it.
was one. It was obviously I laugh at everything, so I thought it was hilarious because one, that's really what everybody says, and they pull up
And see it.
and
And they
leave,
get it.
and
They
they
get
leave.
it. You get it as soon as you walk in.
Yeah, it's just like like I said, it's like a rite of passage. It just happens in the moment, and you don't even really think about it.
Like me and DJ Money first. When I saw our first live, me and DJ Money was like, "Oh my god!" That's how I had to.
Oh
record
my
it.
God,
Like, yo,
again.
Oh my god again. But yeah, no. So it was like, you just gonna throw it? Oh, you got it.
Ooh.
Good hands. Good hands.
Nice.
But yeah, no. So seeing that, and then seeing the growth of the event, not even the event, the brand. Let's say the brand.
I was gonna say at this
It's
point
not,
it's,
it's, not,
a
it's a
brand.
brand
Yeah.
because y'all have been traveling in different locations.
It's a
throughout the
movement.
DMV.
I like what you called it before.
A movement.
Movement.
I like that because
Because
I really,
I've also seen. I'm sorry to cut you off,
No,
Pedro.
you're good. Go
But
ahead.
I've seen y'all do like some community service, some
Yeah.
community outreach
Yeah.
as well. I've seen y'all partner with a couple of other organizations. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, from the beginning, because like I said, with the first few parties, that's when there is a really ugly political situation popping off in Nicaragua, and I felt like real conflicted, like throwing a party, like turning up while like my people are getting killed by the government back home, like
Okay.
you know, and especially with me as a DJ, like you know, I would go home and like sometimes like I would cry like going
Yeah,
home, like I would
yeah.
you know like doom scroll like just about
Yeah.
Nicaragua and like seeing the shit that was popping off, you know, right after the party.
Mhm.
You know, so it was like a really like, you know, conflicting
Conflicting
like
moment,
like
yeah.
time in my life because like I'm trying to like build Adobo, I'm trying to like throw our first party. Meanwhile, this shit's happening back home. So I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck it.
So
like,
celebrating the culture,
yeah,
the people, the culture are suffering.
that's what I'm saying. So like I like to kind of like assuage that, to kind of like you know deal with it. I was like, all right, I would feel comfortable doing with it if we set up like a donation box. If like
Okay.
we use like the party in some way
To
to
help.
give back, just to
Yeah.
help in some way. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't just turn up right now.
Yeah.
You know, I need like
doesn't feel responsible.
it doesn't feel. I just didn't feel right. I didn't feel right doing it.
Your culture, because a lot of people like, I'm home. I'm here in the United States. Don't give a fuck.
I mean, listen,
You know what I'm saying?
like-
Real shit, I'm not being funny.
I've been in
Nah,
Nicaragua.
like, people are like that.
I've been blessed to been in Nicaragua like at least a dozen times in my life. Shit, before this whole thing popped off, I had gone 5 years like in a row, 5-6 years like in a row every summer, to you know just hang out with my family and to see the country, like to
Mhm.
you know really experience it. But I haven't been since. You know, so that's been like also like shit I've had to deal with because you know the majority of my family out there. But anyways, yeah, like that's sort of where that whole spirit came from. I was like, yo, like I can't really turn up, you know, while all this shit is happening. And I was like, yo, like there's a lot of shit happening like everywhere in Latin America, but also here in DC and in the DMV. So it's like, yo, like we shouldn't just be a party and we shouldn't just turn up. Like we should try to use our platform to make things better for our people because you know it's great that we're uniting everybody and that's unprecedented. That there hasn't been a party in DC that's really like included and celebrated Black culture, Latino culture, Caribbean culture, African culture, everybody under the same roof.
They typically try to segregate us.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's how it is, and it still is like that. It's kind of sad to see, but hopefully, we're moving towards the right direction. But one way that we can move towards that is by using our brand and using our platform, to raise money and awareness for the issues that are affecting us both here in the DMV and back home. Because there's so much work to be done everywhere.
Yeah.
So, we've been blessed to like be able to, with the 2000s party, we raised a lot of money to, I think we donated like $800, something like that, to this children's school in El Salvador. They were trying to
build a working bathroom.
A working bathroom.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
Just
a bathroom.
literal
Wow.
working bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like
something
that's the normality.
consider basic. Yeah.
But that's
given.
normal
Yeah.
for
Here,
Central America.
It's like normal. Okay, we got.
No, I mean back there, like
okay.
back there, like to have like outhouses and just like literal like holes.
Holes in
Okay,
the-
that's
yeah.
Holes-
normal.
That's normal, like out.
Yeah.
In a lot of places in Central America.
Yeah.
I mean, this was 2018,
So now,
But yeah.
2020.
but still today, there's a
The
whole lot
21st
of places, in the 21st century, So basic things like that. We've been able to raise money for immigrants at the border. Especially with Trump.
Yeah, Trump-
With Trump,
Trump trying to kick my homegirl out. Shout out to her. She
bruh,
good.
like
We donated to a program that's run by like university students that were building a library for Honduras. Honduras. So yeah.
So I like what your guys are doing there now, because I mean I'm gonna speak for myself. I just throw parties. I'm being dead fucking serious. Like, Black Lives Matter. Yeah, tend to get in. Like, it is what it is. I'm forever. I'm being dead fucking serious.
Yeah.
Like, so some people don't look back at the culture and say, hey, I need that help with this.
Right.
And what you're doing, our guys are doing is like a big ass party. It ain't even a party, an event, a movement, and you're helping out with each other's culture. So it's lit.
Correct.
Yeah, and we've been also lucky. Even during the pandemic, we did a lot of virtual fundraisers where we partnered with the Audelia community. They're a nonprofit service that they service undocumented families in PG County and Moco, especially like Langley Park. But they would give like, especially like March 2020 when like everything was real ugly.
Crazy. Yeah.
Crazy.
So you got to think like, with the amount of immigrants that we have here in the DMV, a lot of them work in nightlife. A lot of them work in
Service,
hospitality,
yeah.
service
Yep.
industry,
Yeah.
right? So who were the first people to get laid
Laid
off
off,
with
yeah.
no benefits,
Yeah.
no safety
The
net?
Yeah.
undocumented ones.
The undocumented ones,
Right.
who has families and mouths to feed,
Mm-hmm.
people to take care of,
Mm-hmm.
money to send back home
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because of how
You made it
how the
here,
situation is ugly,
Yep.
right? The remittances. So this community, they were made by dope Salvadorians, UMD graduates, and they came in and they basically set up a mutual aid network to where they collected money to buy groceries, medicine, like supplies, basic necessities for these undocumented families. And throughout the pandemic, we did like 3 virtual fundraisers, and we ended up raising like $8,000.
That's good. Shit.
Just
Wow.
Fuck.
legit, like I would DJ for 8-hour marathons,
Oh, yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to run the money up.
Y'all remember in the beginning of pandemic when
Oh,
they
yeah.
were doing all those
And
like
bored.
DJ parties,
We were-
dance parties,
8-hour DJ set. It sounds
That's a
crazy.
crazy.
I did
That's
8 hours,
crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy.
That's like I work 8 hours and I spend 4 hours not working.
I got.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I got lit. For
And we
those
would- yeah, we
events,
would get drunk.
for those
We would
virtual.
get drunk.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about Afro-Latina culture, because I think that I remember a couple of years ago there was Sin Santana, who used to be on I think Love and Hip Hop.
Right.
Yeah, she was dating Erica Mena. I believe she's Dominican or Puerto Rican. I can't quite recall. But she was talking about being Dominican or Puerto Rican. Again, I can't recall.
She's Dominican and Salvadoran.
Okay,
I believe.
Dominican and Salvadorian, and somebody mentioned to her Afro-Latina, and she was like, "What? No, we hear stories all the time of Dominican people who are as
Not
black,
black
as,
puppy. I'm no.
who are as black as I am,
I know black.
I
I'm
know black, I know
Dominican.
black.
who are as black as I am, or not, or
I'm messing with
blacker,
them.
who will always say, "No, I know black, I'm Dominican." So, talk to us a little bit about
I kind of
what that really means, and more so, not so much about the division between us, but the connection between us.
So I love history. I especially like our history, our collective, diaspora history. I love learning as much as I can about it because it's let me, see the music in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
And that affects like how I DJ and how I try to bring everything
Because
together.
the music, I ain't gonna hold you, but the music comes from West Africa. But go ahead.
Oh, no, and that's
He's
exactly
a
what I'm about to go
historian, trust
into.
me, you ain't gonna screw him.
So everything changed for me when I learned during the slave trade, starting in the 1400s. I learned that 90% of those people that were taken during 400 or 500 years, 90% of those people were taken to Latin America and the Caribbean. 10% of those folks made it to the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So that completely changed, like,
so that's why we all have
Everything.
rhythm and.
that's why we all have rhythm.
No,
Like,
but I mean, if
literally.
you look
I
at
like-
Brazil,
We want to be real.
I wasn't
So
gonna say it. I
Brazil-
wasn't
If you
gonna
look at
say it.
Brazil,
Brazil
yeah.
has the number one
the biggest population
Of
as
black
African
folks.
outside of Africa is
Yeah.
in Brazil.
Real.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
it's
didn't know
number
that.
one.
I never been
Thank
to
you
Brazil.
for
I
that,
didn't
yeah.
look at that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you find that all over Central
You said you
America.
thought it
In
was
my own
Largo.
in my own
Stupid.
family, like I
Stupid.
got uncles like your complexion, like darker, like literally, like there's colonization like really did a number on Latin.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, yeah.
So,
in the erasure of
bro, because literally
truth,
a lot of
essentially.
us don't know that. A lot of us
Yeah.
don't know that 90%.
I'm 35 years
Or
old.
in
just
Latin
found out
America.
today.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
it's not taught in schools. Like
I'm being dead
I literally had to look this shit up
nah,
myself.
it's like that. Yeah.
And then also the indigenous,
Yes. So
especially in Mexico and go ahead.
in the Caribbean, everywhere, literally, South America, like the Incas,
Yeah.
So a lot of these
The Mayas, the Incas, these are
Mhm, the
native
Aztecs.
indigenous populations,
Yep.
naturally brown people who were here in this side of the world before Europe discovered.
mhm.
Quote unquote.
We talking about hundreds of millions of people.
Discovered.
Got finesse.
Yeah.
They really did.
Hey,
They ran
yeah,
out. They
we
ran
got
out.
work.
They ran out pockets.
Yo.
They ran out pockets.
Indigenous
So-
people got work.
The
The
shitty
indigenous
part.
people got bent over.
It
Yeah.
was
The shitty
disease
part was
did
that
it.
there was a whole genocide. Like all those people got wiped out. So for the colonizers, they're like, all right, who's gonna do our work now?
The blacks.
Find somebody.
Yeah.
That's
Go
where
travel and
that's
grab
where
them.
the slave trade came into
Yeah.
play because they brought their disease over. They brought,
They're-
they didn't even know how to
yeah.
clean themselves, so they
Right.
brought all that literal shit over.
No, literally. 'Cause
Like-
when you think about, if you think about like
So I don't use washcloth.
Muslim culture or African culture, right? Or Ethiopians, you eat with your
Yeah.
right hand and you eat from a communal pot. Where did forks come from? Europe. Why? Because they didn't wash their hands. And so you had to use your own utensil to eat the food because everyone was getting sick. If you think about Muslims wash themselves
Mhm.
multiple times a day
Yep.
and before meals. So it wasn't a big deal eating from a communal pot
Everybody clean.
because you washed yourself before.
Right?
Like if you think about diseases that they brought because they weren't washing.
They weren't.
Yeah, because the right hand means something and the left hand means something too. In in us as brown people's culture,
Mhm.
you use your left hand to wipe after.
Oh, it's raining. I'm about to say.
Oh, I was gonna say, are the gods talking?
It sounds crazy. Okay, it's raining. Well,
I was gonna say,
we're gonna be in here for a while, guys.
right.
But
I'm
nah.
sorry, Osiris. Please, don't.
It's like
Please.
It ain't gonna
So,
last much longer
yeah.
this fast.
I spilled.
Basically, like, I think,
Say
in my
push-up, baby.
opinion,
I'm not doing
she
that.
spilled- you bet.
shit.
We all done it. Give me 5.
I've never seen her do. Well, she did it once. She did like 2.
Hey,
You
I think
still
I
looking
can-
in this podcast. You gotta do push-ups.
This is actually.
Hey, look, we are not.
It's a moment.
Can I do the girl push-up?
Yes, you can do girl push-ups. Yes, 5.
drop and
Come
give
on,
me
look
50.
here. We are equal everything. We don't believe in. Fuck! Oh, I hear the elbows cracking. There you go. You got it.
Boom.
You done.
Hey,
I'm actually proud of you.
There you
Got
go.
one more? You stop.
There you go.
You got
Yeah,
one
you got,
more.
we got 5 more.
hey,
She got 5 more.
All right. There,
there we go.
Look at there you go. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if I see a little abs right there. Look, that's a little abs right there. I see something highlighted. It's like a little ab. So
Fat distribution, but thank
it
you.
look good. But look, I said we are equal rights podcast. You gotta do it.
Well, now it
The
looks
women
like
gotta do it.
Correct.
But
Come
yes,
myself, but-
so I guess going back, basically,
Thank you.
my fault.
We've gone all
We
over.
We've
veered
gone all
very
over.
far.
We've gone all over.
But yeah, yeah,
Me
it came and
too.
went. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, basically, I think like the vast majority of us Latinos, what we celebrate, what we consume, you know, what we love when it comes to the music, when it comes to the food, the art, the dance, the culture, all of it comes from Africa.
I mean, yeah. Look, I mean, almost all the instruments came from Africa. So,
Like,
Congo.
how can you listen to
Yeah.
merengue and
And
not
not
know where
hear,
it comes
yeah.
from? Or
Right.
dembow.
Yeah.
Even reggaeton, like
Yeah.
that percussion, them drums, like,
Or even looking at the dances.
of course.
Yeah, moving
It's
your certain ways
crazy,
you move
like-
your hips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, when I learned that
You ain't learning from white
when I
people.
learned from
Rhythm.
cumbia,
Cumbia
in
in
Colombia,
Colombia,
which has a
yeah.
huge black population,
Mhm.
vibrant population. You know, with them, they created this music called cumbia. You know, the slaves who came over.
Cumbia is
blended
from
with the-
Colombia, guys.
They
Yeah.
blended it with the indigenous folks, and also there was some European influence and whatnot. But
Because you
the
got the
dance-
traditional flamenco, which comes from Europe, but
so the dance,
woo,
Oh, yeah, yeah. Hey, all right.
dance, it's like, you know, you step back.
yes, yeah.
We see you.
But they were doing that because they were chained.
Oh, they were doing
So
that
that
with a
was the
chain?
only movement that they could do.
Oh.
Wow, just step back and forth. Like, oh,
And
shit.
that's the cumbia dance that's, you know, almost universal in Latin America.
Oh,
So
I did not know
I
that.
had no idea, bro. Like I
It's
said,
shit-
you're not going to school with
But
this
see,
historian.
it's shit like that.
I did
but
not
it,
know
it
that.
fucks me up
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm here in DC and, you know, we trying to go out to, you know, El Centro and they ain't letting our black friends in.
El Gentro.
It's like,
Ooh.
it's
I'm
like
glad they
why
gone. They gone
it,
now.
it's
They still got the one in
hypocritical to
Georgetown,
me.
though, right?
They still have it
No,
in
they're
Georgetown,
done.
but the 14th Street location,
They
It's
be there
called
a little bit.
14th Street. It's called
But
what?
they-
It's
they-
Salazar
they-
now.
Yeah, it's something
Yeah.
else now.
Salazar now.
Is it
which,
the same owners or?
we ain't gonna get into that.
Help me
But
out because I was
basically,
No, don't
basically,
go. Don't go.
I heard they
um,
made
El
upstairs.
Central had bottomless margaritas. I went for the brunch one day.
The brunch,
I mean,
the
look.
brunch drinks were good because you get margaritas.
No, but that's the worst,
Mimosas
most
or-
racist service I've ever had in my
Really?
life.
At Central?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
And
for
I
my
don't
dumb
write.
ass, like, well,
That's
okay,
why.
thank you
That's
for
why they
calling
call
me
it.
different.
They call
Thanks for
it.
food,
They call it
Yeah.
El Gentro.
Yeah, because I have never, and at the time, my daughter was she was young. She was maybe 3 or 4.
Uh-huh.
So I was very used to, if I had my child with me, my child gets served first.
Yeah,
You know, we're drinking, we have an
Yeah.
appetizer, but bring the
Get the-
bring
get
the
the kid
chicken nuggets
food.
and French
Yeah.
fries out
Right.
pronto. It was not like that. I have never been treated like that outside of Boston. Sorry.
Boston PD.
Boston.
Fuck
Shout out to
you.
Boston.
Yeah. Nah,
Fuck
fuck
the
Boston.
car.
Fuck Boston for real. fuck them niggas. But like, yeah, that was not good. I've never felt like that in Washington D.C. before.
No, I would say this. Maybe my eyes were skewed because
You were drunk. That's
one,
why.
No, I wasn't drunk yet. 2, I visited what's the shit called Looney's a lot. And I'm like, well, I mean,
In College Park.
I'm like, yo, I know these
Yeah.
are white only wings.
An-
Why you gotta call
ano-
me nigga right now? Here's my check.
Another, I was gonna say, you
Thank
talk about white only pies. You talking about loonies?
Like, here you go, nigga. I'm like, oh, yeah, thank you. I mean, I just wanted the wings. So I was in Central like, here you go, man.
Shout out to
All right,
loonies.
bro,
Shout out
like,
to loonies.
Why you gotta be rude about it? Thank you.
And you know that's not the only place. So
Oh,
you
yeah,
know I'm not
no, no,
you're
no.
not here to crucify
No,
anybody
no.
because there's smoke for everybody. So, no. But no,
14th
like
Street, not the whole.
oh, I mean,
Okay. Anyway,
there's
so look,
the certain restaurant. But
Anyway, so
you know,
let's
it's
keep going.
but the thing is, like, there's a lot of places in DC that are like that, and I'm not down with that. To me, it's purely hypocritical, and it's fucking whack. Like, why are y'all not letting black folks into the establishment? Like, why are y'all not letting like darker skin colored people
Yeah.
into the venue? Like,
Yeah.
like what the fuck is this? Like, you're playing
Money.
reggaeton. You're literally playing like black music.
Playing
Yeah.
Lil
It's
Baby.
fucking black music in Spanish.
I
That's
know.
literally what the
Yeah.
fuck it is.
I know.
And
Like
you're
with
profiting
reggaeton.
off of it,
Yeah.
and you're exploiting off of it. And there's only people who look like me and who are lighter than me.
Nah, I ain't gonna hold
And
you.
there's something wrong there.
I like Vegas though. They let me in. It was
Bruh, but like we went to Miami at like recently, Art Basel a few months ago.
Oh,
Same
yeah, a
shit.
couple months ago.
With a high profile Jamaican Panamanian girl who's like a reggaeton personality and historian, like
Yeah.
like super well known.
Yeah.
And
Oh, they-
they didn't let her in the venue.
what?
Straight up.
They said her outfit was too much.
Too
when
much?
the girl in front of her was wearing the same top.
In Miami, they said it was
exact
too
same
much.
I was gonna say, what is
There's
too
a too much in Miami.
What is
Too
too
much
much
in Miami.
Miami?
Have they seen Uncle Luke videos?
I was gonna say she had on a.
Nah, that's the word
Did
for
she
word
have
they
on like a
said.
thong?
So the
She
hostess,
had to be pussy.
No, no,
Get the
no.
Pussy out.
she was just
No.
wearing like you know those crop tops that like cross over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what she was wearing.
That's it. That's a lot.
That's
Bro,
it.
it was
Nigga, Rose
it's
Bowl with that
Miami.
on.
It's Miami.
I
So
was
like
gonna
we
say,
saw
it's
3
Miami,
girls like who
yeah.
went in.
We're wearing the
Same
same
shit.
thing.
And
Wearing the
And
same
yo-
thing.
DC with that on.
Because
It-
the first
it-
time I ever saw a thong bikini 100 years ago was in Miami.
Yeah.
It's
That
fucked
was,
because-
So-
Yeah.
Yo, they
Yeah.
also they weren't trying to let
They
him
weren't
in
trying to let me in either. Yeah, because I was
because
wearing
he
a
have
said
hat.
he had a
hat?
baseball hat
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
And
that
there
But
was like a bunch of people inside with hats, like and within
I hate that
eyesight.
shit.
Yeah, I hate that
So,
shit.
and the issue was where they fucked up was they were talking
Spanish.
in Spanish in front of her, thinking she didn't speak Spanish.
Idiots.
So she's like, then that's when everything like blew up.
Mm.
That happens to me all the time.
So she's
People
like,
say
as she
that
said,
shit
she was
around
well
me.
plugged in. She blew up their page. The Miami Times was like, messaging
yeah.
her the next morning,
Yeah.
like, let's get this out there.
Yeah.
That's
So,
crazy.
yeah.
Miami?
Yeah.
Miami.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Half of everybody is fucking.
Shit, Cardi B was talking about that. I
Yeah, she
forgot for
was.
what
It
event,
was that
but
same
they're like,
weekend.
yo, like, why aren't y'all letting like the black women in?
Oh yeah, yeah. She
It-
was talking about that.
was
Remember?
that our-
was our boss.
I think
It
that
was
was
our
our
boss
boss.
yeah.
as
That
well,
literally happened
yeah.
earlier
Yeah, yo.
that
It's
day.
really like a beef with darker complexion. Like, I couldn't roll with y'all.
But when he
Look.
said, when Pedro said that colonialism did a number on this side of the, not just this side of the
Bruh.
world, the entire world,
Bro.
Yeah.
where you favor the lighter complexion for whatever reason.
That's just
for
ingrained.
Dominicans.
So on this podcast stage, I'm just assed out. I can't get in the club with y'all. That's what I'm here.
I think
Hey.
I could do. I think I
Nah.
might
You're
make
good.
it.
I mean, that's why we created Adobo.
What
the
I'm
whole
gonna say is
time.
this: like, if there's a place they don't want you in there, that's a place you don't want to go.
That's
Like,
I feel.
you were saying, like, if they're thinking like that inside, that's not a
How
place
much
that
money
I
I spend on shots?
right. That's the place I don't want to like support. Like, I don't want, like, I ain't gonna see no names of the venue in
Yeah,
DC.
Yeah,
I don't,
yeah, yeah.
that I don't go to anymore because they kicked me out because I was wearing a beanie, and like I'd been there.
Beanie?
Yeah, I first of all went there for years. My cousin used to talk to one of the bouncers, so I've been going there for years. So the manager came and was like, "Yo, you gotta take your hat off." I was like,
It's not really
I
a
pointed
hat.
at five white boys in there wearing
With the hat
hats
on.
with hats
and this
on.
wasn't too long ago.
This was December.
Wow.
2021?
Yeah.
So
Last
that's
December,
6
y'all.
months.
Like
It
this
was-
shit
it
is so
was- it was
happening
when we came back from
here in
it was
DC.
when we came back from Miami, right? Because I was like, literally, dealt with the shit in Miami.
Yeah.
This.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy's like, you gotta take your hat off. I was like, why do I gotta take my hat off? Look at all those people over there. And first of all, I had been there for an hour and a half, so it's not like
At the front door, hey, don't hats.
they
All
tell
right,
you.
cool.
I asked, I was like, yo, can I get in with this on? They're like, yeah, you good. They let me in.
Hour and a half.
Bammers.
Like,
It was just the one dude being an asshole,
Yeah.
and he was
Bammers.
like, yeah, either listen, you want to make this easy or you want to make it difficult. I like, and he had a name tag on. His motherfucker's name was Matt. I poked his Matt. I was like, all right, let's make it difficult, Matt. He was scrawny, scrawny white boy, like, you know what I'm saying?
Move
He
me.
called every
Move.
bouncer inside the venue to come get me.
For what? For a hat?
For a
Yeah,
hat?
because
it wasn't even a hat. He said he
me
had
and
on
my
a
boy were
beanie.
wearing beanies. Like, we were both wearing beanies.
But you can see somebody's face with a
Eric-
beanie.
And that's the thing. Like, I think they don't want
They
whatever
call
under
them-
the hat. But, like, the hat is, a beanie is tight enough to your head that you can see whatever. If
You're-
you had
the
something
rule is
under.
you're not supposed to wear baseball caps when they have
Yeah,
cameras. You
cameras,
can't
yeah.
see.
Yeah.
So
But
beanie
that's
is
what I'm
like,
saying.
you
A
can see the
beanie, you
face.
can see the face. Yeah.
exactly. So
That's not cool.
Yeah. that's
so
not cool.
basically, called every security in there. Two of the security guards wearing beanies inside. I'm like, how you tell me to leave? And your own employees are wearing beanies. And dude's like, I don't care, like blah blah blah. I was like, you know what, man, that's
Head of
fine.
security or some shit?
Nah, he was. I guess he was
Wow.
just a manager.
Wow.
And then when
Fuck is-
so the bouncers I used to go
Excuse
there all the time.
moi.
So the bouncers recognized me and like, come on, bro, like we know you. Like we're not trying to make a big deal. Let's just take your hat off, or like you have to leave. Like we're like,
What?
he's like, they're like, we're not gonna toss you out because we know you. Like we're
You
not
come
gonna
and
do that.
support the
Yeah,
brand,
like we're not gonna do that to you. But like you just can't be in here with a hat. We're like we know the rules bullshit. That's what the bouncers are saying. I was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna just leave.
I would probably took it off, especially if I
Nah.
had a drink in my hand.
Nah, I went to the dudes at the front. I was like, what's your policy on hats? And they all said, oh, like, just no baseball caps. Beanies
so
are
why?
fine, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, all right, then. Well, if that's the case, tell Matt he a bitch. And they all just
Oh.
started laughing. Agreed with me. They're like, yeah. So it was like
Damn.
that.
Hey, yo, fuck you, Matt.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
fuck Matt.
Fuck out you.
Fuck
All
Matt.
All my homies hate Matt.
Crack ass, crack ass. I'm call him a crack ass.
Hey, man.
All right, so let's talk about the party that
Yeah.
you guys have coming up.
Mhm.
Talk to us
Yes.
a little bit about that. So the theme is,
Tell me what Bacanal means.
thank you.
So,
Bacanal. So it
Wait.
basically means a party.
shot.
Right there, we go. Pull.
Yeah.
Give me some more.
I need some.
I have some.
Um,
Who needs some?
I need some.
See?
Yeah. So it basically means party in Nicaraguan.
In Nicaragua. Say it one more time for us.
Bacanal.
Bacanal.
But my West Indians and a lot of my my Caribbean folk, they'll be familiar with that term because there's a term that's bacanal in, I guess, in that dialect,
Yeah.
but it's spelled differently. But it means the same thing.
Party.
Party.
Bacanal. Bacanal.
It's spelled, I think, BACCHANAL.
Oh, bacanal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Party.
Party.
Yeah. Okay.
Same thing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Took
But
me
you
a second.
see how
Took me a second.
everything's
Yeah.
everything's connected,
Yeah.
right? Everything,
Yeah.
with our different
it means,
cultures.
It means like it means party,
More like a
celebration.
Yeah, like a street party.
Yeah,
no?
like not like a block
parties.
party quite, but like just a like not festival, but like a good big vibe party almost.
Right.
That's the best way.
That's a bacanal. So we
Yeah.
have the same definition.
Okay,
Ah,
yeah.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
not
I didn't
yeah, it's not like a
meant.
it's not quite as block parties aren't formal at all, but like the feeling that you get at a block party
Mm.
where you're just outside
Yeah.
and with your neighbors and
Yeah,
with
yeah.
people you know and you're just having a great time. It means the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's the spirit because it's our first day party since the Big Chief days.
Wow.
Damn. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. You girls.
So
get
'Cause
like
we
those
did-
Right on.
Yeah.
To go out like that night.
Because last year,
Go outside smelling like garlic.
yeah, last year we
They never
did
made it out nowhere else.
we did the
man.
Kennedy Center,
Nice.
and then
What was that like?
Oh, I mean, for me, it was a dream come
I was
true.
gonna say, you
It
tell
was
your- did you tell
crazy
your mommy?
because, no, I definitely told my parents. I told them I was like, yo, like I'm doing a show at the Kennedy Center, and I think that got a lot of
I was
points.
gonna say
'Cause, yeah, nah, like-
that's a big deal.
That's a huge deal. Yeah, no, I spent fucking like 8 months with Matt O'D, like trying
Yeah.
to like
Mm.
curate it.
get it all set. Yeah, how
No,
they want it
'cause-
set. Yeah.
Cause no, we
Cheers to Kennedy Center.
cheers to that. That was big shit.
That's a big deal.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Man.
Yes. Ha, that one hit the spot.
There you go.
The Blanco?
There we go.
So you're right. The Blanco is. You need a little.
I need the melanin. I need
You need
the-
a little. Yeah, you need a
If
little.
If it's
Solid
not
make you feel
reposado
good.
or añejo, I don't want it.
You need a little color.
But I'll
in it.
drink it.
You need a little color. In
I need
it,
the
yeah.
melanin in
Yeah,
it.
you're right.
Man,
You're right.
anything
I
get
need
the
the
job
melanin.
done, man.
Yeah.
But
See,
yeah.
I'm the same. I'm
Yeah.
I'm a if it's wet pour it type of drinker. So,
Yeah.
So, no, it was crazy because we had the ambition to try to fuse Latin music with go-go.
Oh wow. Okay.
That was the intention.
But I feel like you can do that because of the drums.
I seen him do it.
because of the drums. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, we
I
saw
was
it.
there
Yeah.
at the what you call it called. I'm sorry. St. X.
Mhm.
I heard it.
Yeah.
CCB. It was something he mixed with CCB.
It was fatty with merengue. It goes.
Like, yo, this dude's going crazy. Like everybody looking at me on the mic like, what?
I got-
I don't know what to say. This dude, he's different.
I got videos you like.
Yeah, I'm like, yo. I'm like,
Yo.
I don't. What do I say?
Yo.
yeah, no,
I had no
the
words.
go-go and the merengue goes crazy.
Because they're the same drums. Yeah.
It's very similar. Like it's very high energy, like very like fast paced. Like it goes together beautifully. But yeah, we got, and we also, with it being the Kennedy Center, with us like having like an actual stage and a real budget, we thought it'd be dope to get like some local DMV artists to help execute it. Yeah, so
Matt
that's when we got
McGee.
Matt McGee. We got O-Slice. Shout out to O-Slice, Houston manager. She just dropped Good Morning, Good Night.
Shout out
She
to
got bars.
Osice.
Shout out to O-Slice, one and only with Alex Vaughn. That's just going
Shout out
crazy.
to Alex Vaughn.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
So
got
yeah,
2
go
out of
stream
3
it. Check it out.
podcast.
We've had
Yeah.
Alex. We've had shout out to Matt McGee.
Yeah. So we had Matt McGee, O-Slice. We had Gordo Brega,
Okay.
Janira, and Diana.
Nice.
All local. And Matt and O-Slice, they did like go-go versions of their own songs,
Mhm.
which was dope. And the other Latin artists, they did like, they would do a cover and then they would do like an original song of theirs, like, but in the go-go.
I wish you would work
Yeah.
out with new impressions.
We got to run it back.
Because
gotta run it back.
Like his dream is to play with new impressions.
We got to run it back.
Matt told me like, oh, I'm about to play with new impressions. I'm like,
We got to run it back. Nah, for sure. For sure. Now because I don't know. I feel like that's something that really could be used to unite folks because there's a whole lot of Latinos that fuck with go-go.
They were definitely down.
Nah, we definitely got to run it back. I'm actually trying to see like how I can, actually get in the studio and get some of these ideas down because it's something like to play a Latin acapella with some go-go drums.
Yeah.
But to have it in the studio and to create a record, like that's something that I'm definitely like interested in and trying to make happen.
These walls will be looking real different.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
All right.
That's
Nah,
all
yo.
that's all
If I speak, I'll be suspended. But that's all you're gonna hear.
I know, because I have
Yeah.
to.
Let me say.
Walt gets to talking, and I have to be like, "That has not been released yet. Please, just,
Yeah.
All I
just
know
relax."
is Eric going this little strip gonna look a lot different. Don't know what's gonna be there.
Bet.
But something gonna be there.
But yeah, so we did 3 days at the Kennedy Center.
I'm leaving
which-
here with something.
that
Something,
shit-
something.
All right, Denzel.
that shit was crazy, to do that because I don't think I'd even been to the Kennedy Center on a field trip. Like the first
It's
time
been
I
a
was
long
there,
time. It's been a long
went-
time.
I was
Yeah.
a kid.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
I
say
went
it's
as a
been a
kid.
long time.
they literally
remember.
brought me there like in 2019 just to take a tour and to be like, if you want to do something here, we can work towards it. And luckily, they hit me up.
But you spun for the Broccoli City.
Nice.
Oh, yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen,
yeah.
No, I've seen Adobo
At
at
the
Broccoli
Reach.
City.
At the
Yeah,
Reach.
yeah.
We did that. No, but that was cool, but it wasn't our event.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
for
yeah.
us to do our
No, you were
event
saying
at
you've
the
never
Kennedy
been there
Center.
though. You said you hadn't been to the Kennedy Center.
Well, before they had invited me out to take a tour, I hadn't been to the Kennedy Center.
Ah, okay, okay.
But yeah, and it was just super dope because it's the cultural center of the country, like officially. So that was a real big stamp. And then we did a bar crawl, a Central American bar crawl on U Street.
How was
I
that?
missed it.
That was crazy.
As insane as you could think it was. Like I thought we
Yo.
were gonna break these buildings on U Street, man.
Yo.
It was that
But
many
this is
people.
why
1,300 people on U
1,300
Street.
Wow.
people.
Majority of them Central Americans.
Wow.
Like the white folks were confused. They're like, "Yo, is there a soccer game going
Yeah,
on?"
because
Not a
everybody was
soccer game.
everybody
Who's
was wearing
playing?
jerseys.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay,
like
okay.
we have people. We
this year. Is it
Yeah.
this year?
yeah.
Y'all gonna run it
Nah,
back?
we gonna run it back.
Yeah.
I was like, run back this year.
We gonna-
Everybody wear their jerseys.
We gonna run it back.
We have people running vans coming from New Jersey and
Oh
like
wow.
stuff like
That's
that.
dope.
Because that's the thing, like with the DMV, and it's just so special because the majority of Latinos out here are from Central America. So, we have that dominance.
Mhm.
So for that, it's like, yo, we got to celebrate it because you don't see that in Miami. You don't see that
No.
in New York,
And
in
that's
Chicago.
what I was saying about
in
this
LA.
area being very diverse. Like
Mhm.
a lot of people's experience with Latino folks may be Mexican or
Mhm.
Puerto Rico,
Mhm.
but we're very fortunate in this area. We have a big
great.
central
Mhm.
American influence. We
Yeah.
El Salvador, Nicaragua.
Honduras, Guatemala, yeah.
We have most of the people that you know in this area that are Latino are not Puerto Rican,
Mm-mm.
are not Dominican,
Not Mexican,
are not Mexican,
Yeah,
yeah,
and not Spanish.
and not
Yeah.
Spanish.
I mean,
Not
fucking
Spanish.
I mean,
Not
hold on.
I get it.
As a, you know what I'm saying, growing up, that's
Right.
what we heard.
Yeah.
Shit,
I'm-
we
I'm
used to
get-
say it like middle
Yeah.
school, like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm Spanish.
Well, no, 'cause
I'm like, okay, now I'm like, you trying to read
My-
like
my-
a 35-year-old relearn
Hey.
Yeah.
everything.
What was it? What was that Malcolm said? My mama called you.
My mama
PG
called you
Plaza.
Spanish.
My
I'm gonna call you
PG
Spanish.
Plaza. I'm gonna call it PG Plaza. Fuck the Mall of Prince George.
Oh yeah, no, it's just like Wheaton Plaza for me will always be Wheaton Plaza.
yeah,
now I
yeah.
know it's like Westfield Center at
Yeah, it's
Wheaton.
Westfield
Yeah.
Center,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but nah, Wheaton Plaza
Yeah,
and PG Plaza
nigga, no, you ain't
forever.
know Prince- What?
The mall at Prince George's.
I don't know that.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
The mall at Prince
No,
George's.
PG Plaza.
PG
The
Plaza.
mall
PG
at
Plaza.
That's what
I
he-
live across the street.
George.
I'm pretty, he,
The
he
mall.
tweeted that right. He was like, "My
Yeah,
mama called you PG Plaza. I'm gonna call you PG Plaza."
Yeah.
The mall at Prince George's.
Man, fuck them.
Nah, man.
No.
They still haven't upgraded the damn shoe stores.
I mean, but
All they
shout
Shoe
got-
out
City
all they
been-
got is black Air Forces.
Shoe City been this. That Shoe City been like the same
forever.
since forever.
Your
Yeah.
city, my
Because
city.
you know what? I grew up out here, so like that Macy's used to be a Hex.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Y'all
yeah,
remember
yeah.
Hex?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then it became Macy's. That was a big deal. And then they put the JCPenney was the other anchor. That Target did not exist. What else
Yeah,
used to be in
Target
PJ
definitely wasn't.
PG
There was
Plaza?
a movie there either.
There was not a movie. There's still not a movie.
This
Yeah.
is.
Down the you talking about the
Oh.
one down the street?
Yeah, it was a movie there in there, but it wasn't a movie there like across
oh,
the street.
no, that's all new.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah,
new.
that strip is- I love that strip.
No,
the,
but
the food spots there are pretty fire.
okay, because they took my favorite
get balls
buffalo
there.
wings my favorite buffalo wings on earth were in PG Plaza. They took it out. I'm very angry about that. That just happened recently. They took the Popeyes out of there.
Yep.
But they put in and pizza. And what's the Mediterranean Chipotle?
Kava?
I
No,
definitely fuck with this.
Mezza.
Kava. Oh, Mezza. Okay.
Mezza.
They do have.
Right?
They have Mezza. You're right.
Is
They
it
don't have
Mezza or
They don't have
Kava?
I think it's
They had
Kava
Kava.
Mezza.
That's what.
I think
This is
the same
it's
thing.
under the same umbrella.
Yeah, and then they got like a hook and reel.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got
You're making me hungry.
Yeah,
too.
hooker
I'm hungry
will
now,
go
too.
crazy.
let's change the subject.
Yeah.
I'm ready to eat.
But
Now
nah,
that you
so
mention it,
yeah,
order
so
something.
Can we
so
order
basically,
something to eat, please?
maybe
I'm not
we
going to
might have to.
Fuck it.
I'm
But
gonna
yo-
go to RPM right now.
But now we feel like words are intentional. So you know, when it comes to terms that were created by white folks, Spanish, Hispanic, you know, for me, like I'm trying to dead those terms
Because you don't identify with the country
Not
of
I
Spain.
think I'm not a Spaniard.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I
You're
ain't
not
from
European.
Spain.
You've never been there.
Yeah.
Yo, and that's the thing. Like my cousin went out there last year, and they were being rude to him. Like
Really?
he speaks Spanish, but
They were
so-
still being.
so Spaniards like they have this weird complex, you know, with
Yeah.
because there's that weird dynamic.
It's the
like,
same with the French.
literally.
It's the same with the French. Yeah.
And the thing is, like, you wouldn't like I know Haitians. You wouldn't call a Haitian. You wouldn't tell them, "Yo, you French, right?"
No,
Nope.
no,
Mm-mm.
I want
No,
No.
no. So that's how I feel like
No.
when I'm called Spanish, and that's when. So it doesn't come from and like when people
No,
call me it.
That's a really good way to break it down. Just like you would not call a Haitian a Frenchman, you would say, no, you're Haitian.
Right.
You should not call someone who's not from Spain Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
You speak Spanish, but you
Correct.
are not
Mhm.
Spanish.
You wouldn't call it Brazilian Portuguese.
Right.
No.
Nope.
No.
Right.
Portuguese, their Portuguese is a lot different though.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is a little bit of offense, but like I know the culture. I know like everybody's just used to Spanish.
Yeah.
That's how we grew up.
Wow.
I know exactly
Like,
how it is.
I don't get offended to that. Only thing that offends me when people are like, you Mexican? Like, I don't like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nah,
I
I ain't
like
gonna hold
that.
you.
With Spanish, it's like,
Adrian
yo,
Walt
like,
would ask
let
that.
me try to like tell you where I'm coming from and
Yeah.
why, like, you know, you should consider maybe using a different term. But it's not like, oh, I ain't
sure.
Spanish. Like,
Right.
Nah.
maybe if I'm drunk, I'll be like that.
But even I think with the Mexican thing in our culture, even like the things that we eat that are Mexican, right? Tacos, the Taco Bell, you will not find that in the country of Mexico.
no,
Yeah.
man.
Tex-Mex.
What that is,
That's not even
Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex.
Really?
It's an
No,
abomination.
it's not
is
even
what it is.
Tex-Mex.
Man, that
It's
shit's
not even
not real
Tex-Mex.
food.
It's
man.
not real food.
3 a.m.
Shout out
though
to
it
my
hit.
stomach.
Because if
Been
you
rocking
go
for
if you
years.
go get a authentic taco, it's very straightforward, simple food
Mhm.
because it's eaten between breaks, so it's not meant to be.
Like bong bong bong.
Yeah, it's very.
What?
I'm just saying, some tacos be bong bong like this. They be like bong bong.
Okay.
I thought it made sense right now.
you just make it.
I'm with you.
You just make
I
it-
know. We're here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're here.
But
I
also
got-
know that tacos are very simple,
Yeah.
straightforward food. Like
Correct.
Mexicans don't want themselves being represented as fucking tacos. That would
Mm-mm.
be like black people being represented by
Fried chicken,
no, even more
like that.
basic. No, something more basic like
watermelon.
no, like oatmeal.
That's only black.
I love it.
Okay,
Okay,
not
you know
oatmeal.
everybody
Something black that's
Grits?
basic. Grits with how we make them savory, like not without sugar and cream, like exactly,
Yeah.
like how we make them savory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we don't think of grits as like, ooh, this is the pinnacle of our food culture. Like you
Yeah.
just eat it in the morning if you want
I get
to.
what you're
Oh,
saying.
yeah, nah.
So I think.
But even if you think about like pho, which is actually pronounced
Pho.
pho.
Yeah.
But when I was in Vietnam, pho is like, it's almost beneath street food. It's like, oh yeah.
Trash shit.
No, it's not trash. It's just like,
It's like having an alley back.
it's like eating cereal in the morning.
Mm.
Do you know alley back?
So you would never go to a restaurant
And
and
ask
be
for
like,
pho.
can I have a bowl of Special K?
Hell no.
Or can I have some Cheerios
Yeah.
on ice? You would never ask for. That's
Anybody
what
ask for Cheerios on ice is a serial killer.
you would never go to a restaurant and ask for.
Let's go
fucking,
wordplay right there.
Fucking Frosted Flakes or Lucky Charm. Like
I got that.
I heard it. I heard
you
it.
caught the bars.
I heard it.
Thank you.
I
I'm
heard
dropping gems over here.
I heard it. I heard it.
Boy, I'm cooked.
I'm on Jay-Z level out here.
Yeah.
So it's like that, right?
Yeah.
But here in America, we eat pho up. Like, oh, I want to go get some pho. It's the same as eating a bowl of cereal.
Correct.
Back
Same
home.
as eating Taco Bell.
Same.
It's like,
Oh my god.
Nah. So
Nah, let me not put that on
No,
pho.
but yeah.
Or pho.
Don't
Sorry.
Talk about like, let me get some. Let me get my
Baby.
motherfucking-
3 Crunch Supremes.
Yeah,
I mean,
that-
anything
that
tastes
two
good.
Taco Supremes with chicken, and let me get what's it say?
I'd be
chalupa.
down. I'd be
When,
dirty.
when you're drunk,
be down
anything tastes
dirty.
good for real. Like as long as
Okay.
you're eating. But
You just need to consume.
I think the whole offense from like being called Mexican is like Mexican culture like drives media for us.
Mm.
So like
So like sombreros.
you like
the soap opera.
Cha-
soap operas,
cha-chas.
all that stuff.
What are they
like-
called? Meringue?
Yeah, meringue.
No,
Maracas.
maracas.
Yeah.
We all have
Chi-
maracas.
chi- 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 chi.
But it's more like how we're portrayed like
Correct.
in the media. Like it's all like very fair skin, like blue eyes, blonde hair, like
Mm.
you know.
And,
that's-
and,
those are-
and,
those are
like in
very
the
much
shows,
vibe.
the darker skinned people always portrayed as poor,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
lower
Service
class,
workers.
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that. So
I have
like
a question
Go ahead.
because I mean, I don't. You both aren't Mexican, correct? I'm just
Yeah.
sure. I'm just making sure before I say my.
1000%.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, 'cause,
Looking right in
Cinco
the
de Mayo,
camera.
when I wear the big ass sombrero
Yeah.
and stuff like that, I want to make sure that's not offensive.
It is offensive.
Well, I shouldn't wear that.
Because
man,
look, Cinco de Mayo in
I'm
this
just
I-
country.
getting ready to get drunk and be
honestly-
like, oh, word.
I don't want to say too much because I do love Mexicans who are down with
I'm
us.
not
I love
saying-
Mexicans who love Central Americans because there's
Correct.
a lot of them who don't love. They don't care for us, and
I'm
they're
not-
they're actually like you know,
Oh, like separatists almost.
bro. It's crazy
Yeah.
because
Oh.
you
Do
know.
they think they're better?
My fault.
Yes, but a lot of it's no, it's straight. But
Yeah.
that's what we're here for. Like we're here to talk about it because we're not taught this shit in the media in school. Like that's what we're here for.
I don't
Like
even know where my people
literally.
are from. I'm like, I'm just all American.
Oh,
in
no,
my
no,
mind.
I know,
I
I-
have nothing. I don't know what part of Africa I'm from. Nothing.
Oh no, I know. I did my DNA test,
I ain't doing
so I
shit
have
for you,
wet
man.
as
Get my
African,
DNA.
and then I got Puerto Rico,
Oh, word.
Wow.
Bahamas,
Oh,
and then South the Panhandle of Florida.
you can't say nigga.
Wow.
I also found out that I'm 25%.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, my brother did one. And it
You
was
definitely
legit.
can't say it now.
It was like
25%.
it was like a third from Cameroon and West Africa, a third from Spain and Portugal, and a third like native Nicaraguan.
yeah. Yeah.
Colonization
yeah.
did a number on us, bro. It fucked everything. It fucked everything up
everything
literally
up.
because
Yeah.
like. All right, so y'all gotta keep in mind, like, just how white supremacy has existed in America, and it's
It exists
the original
everywhere
sin.
else. Yeah.
literally everywhere else, like
That
in Latin
they-
America.
That they
So
touch.
basically, like,
they
they found guns first.
Yo,
That's
like
how I
literally. So like the Spaniards came, they took shit over, and who eventually took over power? Their descendants,
Yeah.
facts.
right? So basically, like what you have in Latin America today is a bunch of like colonist settler states. Like it's still very like white supremacist,
Mm.
and for the Dominicans, like that whole mentality, or like that whole anti-black mentality, that was from the president himself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
And it was a dictator. It was a dude who ruled over for like 40 years.
Oh,
so
yeah, a long
you got to
time.
think of
Yeah.
the
He ran that shit.
indoctrination. Like,
That's
the
a full
education.
generation. Yeah.
That's
It's
yo,
multiple
Well,
generations.
like, that's two
That's a
generations.
real,
Two
real
generations.
number.
Yeah,
Yo,
you're
it's
right.
crazy, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
just like how you have that in the Dominican Republic, you've had that almost everywhere else.
Everywhere else. in the
Like
world.
in Mexico, yo, they only started counting black Mexicans in their census 2 years ago.
What?
Wow.
2 years ago.
Black
It's the
who has been in
2020s.
Mexico since 14 blah 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 blah
Since
1492
before then, for real. Like
and
2
indigenous
years
who
ago?
have been in there
2 years ago, 2020.
that's it
Yep.
really
2020. A lot of work to
World's
do,
fucked
y'all.
up, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Fucked
that.
up world.
Yeah.
From this entire time they just started counting black
500 years.
wow
Wow. I'm glad you on this show to school us, man.
Hey, man.
Now
we
I know-
should-
No,
I know
because
exactly
now
what
we
the
know.
information
Yeah.
and functions.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I mean we're
Yeah.
drunk as fuck but this is a good conversation because I think a lot of our people black people don't know our
We don't know
connection
nothing.
to because in this because you said something that was
separated
very
us.
interesting that which a lot of people don't know is that a majority of black people did not come to America.
Nope.
They stayed in Central, they stayed in
The
West
Caribbean.
Indians, and then
Mhm.
they went to Brazil,
Got a lot of Canadians.
Colombia.
Mhm.
I mean, honestly, all over South America.
Venezuela,
Argentina.
Panama,
There's black folks in Argentina.
Colombia. There's a lot of us down there.
Yeah.
There's literal like hundreds of millions of black folks.
Literally.
Millions.
But
Like,
all the same people like, I'm not black.
well,
You know,
I
because-
mean,
okay,
so
but
that's
also take a. I'm sorry to cut you off, but race is a very American construct because everywhere else in the world, it's your nationality.
Oh, word.
So if you're in France and you're black like us, you still say I'm a Frenchman.
Okay.
You don't say I'm black. That only exists here in this country to divide and put in categories and put in classes and put in states.
Fuck you, slavery.
So in other places around the world outside the United States, you are your country. You are your nationality.
Yeah, I won't. I mean, if
You're
I go out, if I
Brazilian
go out the states,
or because if you think about it, if you go to Europe and you say, "Oh, I'm from Maryland," they don't know what that
yeah,
means.
I had to say I'm American, but I'm a black
Exactly.
American because I'm like, ho.
None of that makes any difference to them.
Word.
You're American.
but it's also
they want
interesting
dick.
because if you look at
Shit.
certain black populations in Latin America, and if you look at the countries that have mistreated and that have ignored and that have gone against black and indigenous populations,
Yes,
a lot of those communities, they don't identify with the country. They don't identify with the state. They say, "Yo, I'm not Panamanian. Yo soy negro. Yo soy negra.
Right.
I'm black."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I fuck
So I think a lot of it gets lost in translation.
Exactly.
I think a lot of it, like if you ask a Latino, "Yo, are you black?" No. If you ask them, "Are you negro? Are you negra?"
Yeah.
They might say, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah.
And I love that.
Got it.
I love that. Like now, with technology, with TikTok blowing up, now you see like a lot of people who represent the antithesis of that meme. That I know black papi, I know Dominican, which to me, I feel like it was funny, but now looking back, I feel like it did so much harm and it kind of set us back because I feel like there's just so many people out there in Latin America who don't have that platform, who don't have the ability to record themselves on the video and make fun of this shit.
Yeah.
But they identify, 1,000% as negro, as negra,
Exactly.
as black.
Because when I think about my friends who are dark skinned from Central America or South America, and they do identify as negra. And when they
It's huge.
Like my godson's mother is from Venezuela, and she's brown skin like Walt, and she calls herself. And when she came here, she would call people negra, and we would say, "Hey,
not a good idea.
hey, you got to slow down," right? But in Latino culture, it's very common to call somebody what they are, and for you
It's
to
very
own that.
nuanced, I will say.
Because
It's
I
very
think about
nuanced.
my friend when we talk about the show, it was an American show that was based on a Mexican show, Ugly Betty.
Betty La Fea.
La Fea. It's very common to La Fea, La Rubio. Like you just
Right,
say
yeah.
it, and it's not a big Gordo. You just
Flaco,
say it.
yeah.
Flaco, Gordo. Like you just say it, and it's not a
Right.
big thing.
Right.
But here, it's like, ooh,
Yeah,
ooh. Where do
yeah.
you fit? What category? Where do
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
stand? Where? What
How
are
do you identify?
How do you
yourself?
identify?
Yeah.
Right.
Over there, it's not as big
As
because
big
I
of
think
a
a lot of
deal.
people are just trying to make by.
Yeah.
Especially like when it comes to like black folks and indigenous folks. I think like
You're just trying to
a lot of folks are
fucking
just trying to
pay your
survive,
bills.
like,
So
for
you're not
real.
worried about what fucking box you check.
like the
You're
state's
worried
already
about,
fucking
can
you over.
Yeah.
Like, you got to put food on the table. Like kids got to eat. Rent is
Exactly.
due.
All right,
Yeah.
let's
Talk
clear
about
the
the
air.
party.
No,
Let's
I'm being
clear the
Honestly, we can talk about whatever for
Because
real.
we just took a deep dive.
Let me-
No, but
let
the
me get
thing
a
is,
shot for real,
This is
'cause-
this.
Let's take
like,
it,
we
yeah.
all right,
We just
Jazz.
went
Let's
deep dive
let's
into
be real, Jazz. Let's be real.
Colorism.
On our show, we bring up topics and we make jokes about a lot of things. But this is one of the topics and situations that we want to be for real.
Oh, for sure.
Because I don't want to disrespect nobody.
No,
and
no,
I'm
we're
trying
no.
to learn.
Yeah, we're trying to learn.
I'm
Yeah.
learning myself.
It's all love.
and
It's literally all
the way I
love.
see things is like
I'm sorry for bringing on some serious stuff.
no.
I know, right?
I know you a
The,
comedian, so, like,
the way I see things is like I'm not one like I like to understand where people are coming from when they speak to me,
yeah.
and like I'm never gonna judge somebody for something that they were probably never taught. You know what I'm saying? Like if you
Exactly.
educate somebody once and they still continue to
Because
like
you
be
have
on
to
it,
Talk about the
then
white man.
But yeah,
It's
you
different,
have
that's
to
it.
understand that us
Yeah.
of American education system, the only thing we really learned about, was
that might
How
remember-
great America
no,
was.
No, no.
30 minutes
What
of a
was it
Chicano
called?
revolution.
No. The Alamo.
Oh my God. Manifest
Yeah.
destiny.
Remember the
Like
Alamo.
we were taught that like it was like America's destiny to like
conquer.
conquer
Yes.
the rest of the country
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the world basically.
That's all we learned was the Alamo,
A lot of people didn't know why Cinco de Mayo is called Cinco de Mayo.
Cesar
Chica-
Chavez,
I learned that when I was
Caesar-
20.
yeah,
who
Cesar
was
Chavez.
racist against Central Americans.
Very
So like
much
a lot of
so.
us don't rock with them.
Castro,
Yeah.
for sure, which is
Cuba.
solely
Missile
Cuba,
crisis, yeah.
which is solely Cuba. But again, even that was framed
We
around the
weren't-
Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah, we weren't privy to a lot of things. Honestly, we
Oh,
had to learn that
yeah.
on our own.
We still
Yeah.
aren't. Not literally, yo. Like I wasn't taught any of this in school. Like
Never.
not by my
No.
parents, my
Never.
family. Like I legit had to learn this shit on the internet.
Yeah.
Like
I was 14
myself.
years old, still thinking Christopher Columbus discovered America.
Hey, brother, a lot
Christopher
of
Columbus, the Italian, discovered America.
a lot
Go
of
ahead.
us are
Go
still
ahead.
trapped.
Yeah, he discovered America. He saw people there. Like, hey, but wait, if he discovered it, why were people there?
Man, the man looked around. Yeah.
Fuck y'all.
It's
son.
like,
You
yo,
this.
so you know why West Indians are called Indians,
'Cause
right?
They thought they were sailing that way to India,
They thought
Yeah,
they were in
yes.
India.
They
Yeah.
weren't.
and they saw
Hey,
people
going
with
all the way
brown
back is
skin.
hilarious.
They missed by a hemisphere. Yeah.
They saw people with brown
Ooh,
skin and said,
Lord.
"Oh, Indian."
India.
And so we
But
sailed
We
west.
can't make fun.
So
They didn't have Google
therefore,
Maps.
we're in West India, aka West
They
Indian.
Fucking
ain't have
idiots.
they ain't have the iPhones to tell them what spot they was in. So we
Yeah.
gotta be cool with it.
Because normally the trip to India was east. Like when you talk about the Far East and the Orient, you're talking
No,
about
real shit.
India, China, etc. That's what they called the Orient, the East, the spice market. So Columbus, who was a profiteer
Yeah.
and was in debt to the Queen of,
Who ain't in that?
came this way looking
He had
for
student loans, so he had to figure it out.
looking for another
Idiot.
route to the Indies, landed here because he sailed west, called this area West Indies.
Look at
He literally said, close enough.
Hey, close enough. We here, y'all.
I hit
Rep your
land.
set.
I went this way, so why
repped
wouldn't
it.
this be India?
I don't think we're in there. Shut up.
Look here, y'all.
Bruh.
Hey, well, once again, I'm hit. I'm feeling.
Yeah, we're drunk.
I'm drunk.
Yeah.
I need food. But now, once again, May 1st.
Yeah.
May 1st.
Bring us back. Bring us.
Real
Yeah,
soon.
we
Yeah.
took a little. We
We
took
went
a
all
quick dive.
over.
It was quick.
It's a
detour.
good
took a
listen,
quick
though. It's a
detour.
good
We went
listen.
all
So you
over.
Listen to the podcast and
Yeah.
want to learn some shit.
Yeah.
It's a great listen. May 1st, if you're in the DMV area, shit. If you're not and you want to travel to DC, I guarantee you, this the part you want to be at. I'm gonna be there. Know why? 'Cause
I'ma be there,
Walt
too.
is there.
Yeah.
Walt is where the shit is lit. If you see Walt in the function, you know it's lit. Or I'm just chilling by myself. I'm just.
No, I'm here.
Yeah.
But
Nah,
no,
it's
like
probably crazy,
shit,
man.
We were going into like I guess the theme of this and everything, and about like how it's going to
Yeah.
be a day party. Like we're just really excited just because it's been legit 2 years since like Big Chief.
Yeah.
You know, since like we experienced like those rooftop, you know, immaculate vibes. Yeah, yo, gotta cry.
Immaculate. Immaculate.
Bro, it was just crazy.
Yeah.
It was
People-
legit like
People
iconic,
climbing the
yo.
back fence to get in the party.
Bruh, like
Wow.
Facts.
like
Come on now.
crazy.
All
So
that.
yeah, yo, like we did the bar crawl, like took over U Street for a whole day. We rocked Karma twice. And yeah, it's just been a long time since we've done a day party, so we're outside, bro. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time.
We're gonna be out
We're
there, man.
outside.
Make sure that when I pull up, I need the Casamigos on deck. Actually, I need just give me tequila.
shit. They don't got Casamigos on the
I'm
menu.
just
I ain't want-
looking
I ain't
for.
want-
They got Avion.
Yo,
Oh, do
Busco
we?
Pero
Wherever you
un
got-
papi.
Wherever showing you love, we got that.
But-
All right.
But
I'll,
I ain't
I'm gonna have
smoking
I'm gonna have the bottle with me.
So I don't want seasoning poured down me.
No, you're
She-
good.
It's not gonna happen,
So
baby.
yeah, we didn't finish on that.
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah,
we got a
yeah.
lot of
Ooh,
feedback.
yeah.
Some girls were complaining. They're like, "Yo, like, I don't want to get seasoned." You know that mentality, and yo, we respect that. We understand it.
Yeah,
Like,
we're not
I
gonna
don't want to
fucking
get
force
seasoned.
you. We're not gonna force
You know
you.
what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
consensual, 100% consensual. Like no one's gonna force it on you, especially nowadays. If that's happening, nah,
Yeah.
something's very
Yeah, we
very
don't.
wrong.
Yeah, we don't do that.
But someone suggested, "Yo, why don't y'all do glitter?"
I hate
So that wasn't our idea. We can't take credit for that. That was purely from the community.
DJ
Yeah.
Mariah will beat your ass. He's like you know how people are afraid of certain things. And he
You
finally
don't like
does.
glitter?
He
has
no, he has an unreasonable fear of glitter.
I've
Yeah.
seen that
Yeah,
on
I
Twitter.
told
Yeah.
someone, like you know they do glittergrams. Like when you mail something to your
Oh
friend
my
and you open
God.
it, I'm like, oh, you should never
Oh.
told me this. Like you do all like I'm gonna wait for a year. You see how it's still in my mind.
You're gonna let him think he's
So
safe.
now y'all get the
You gotta play
glitter
the,
and
you gotta play
just-
the long game with
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
I'm playing the long game.
Gotta
play the
One day
long
he's
game.
gonna
So
glitter
I
to the
like
bed. I'm
glitter.
like,
So
bomb.
I
I'm
might
like,
let you
fuck
glitter me.
Yeah.
All right.
But you know you have to wash your hair after. You have to wash your hair
No,
4
so-
times
so
after
we have,
glitter.
We have a certified technique. You know, it's legit. Just a little sprinkle.
Mhm.
You know, just
So you've mastered the
just so you can
technique.
get just so you can get your little.
I was gonna say just so you can get the
Yeah.
boomerang
Yeah, you
of
know,
the.
just a little bit.
Okay.
It's,
All right.
it's legit, just like a little
Sprinkle.
shake.
All right.
We
Tell
don't
us what's
pour
coming.
anymore.
Tell us what's coming next for Adobo.
Ooh, so this is a Tequila Talk exclusive.
Let's do it.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Shit. All right. Fuck, might as well. June 5th, we had the bullpen.
Ooh.
Why you got? Okay, I'll probably be in New York that day.
Damn.
Hey.
Really?
I'll be there.
You're gonna be here.
Hey,
Hey, New York gonna be.
Somebody coming there for the birthday for something. Like, I
We
might pull
can't.
up. Hey, I ain't booked a ticket yet.
We can't say too much, but New York's
too
gonna be
much.
in DC that day.
That's all we're gonna
New
say.
York's gonna be
man.
in DC.
June
Yeah,
that
yeah,
day.
5th.
one of them
Save the
motherfuckers coming
date.
June
Save
5th.
the date, y'all.
Mhm.
Save the date.
Something like
July
that.
24th, our
Ooh.
anniversary party.
Okay.
You gotta give me these
Anniversary
dates so
event.
I won't clash with y'all.
Yeah.
Put it in your
Hey.
phone. You got your hand on
'Cause
your phone now.
I got some dates
No,
lined
put
up.
your hand.
Yeah.
Put it in your
So
phone
they all
now
gonna
so
be
you
on
don't bump heads.
Sundays. And then we also have a 90s party back at the bullpen planned for August 28th.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very
And
nice.
I don't know. Besides that, like we might do we want to do the bar call again in September, Central American Independence Day.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna run back to 2000s party. We might have to run it back here.
You gotta do it.
What up, Malcolm?
Hey, look here, look here.
It's like,
Hey,
nah.
it's a lot. Hey,
I mean,
Hey,
low key though,
Malcolm.
but seriously, I'm joking, but I'm
It's-
serious.
it's
I was
a
gonna
lot
say,
of
hey,
things-
Malcolm.
things go
100%.
right, if things go right,
If
it's
things
a
go
lot
right.
to happen here.
God willing.
You know what I'm saying? We
He
just
like
gotta
that.
let the chips fall where they may.
But we got a little pull. We got a little pull.
I hope so.
Yeah, we got a little pull. We got a little
Besides that, I don't know. Like we talked about touring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys taking the party to LA, to New York, to Chicago,
want
to
to.
Houston, to Miami.
We want to.
We-
It's just been a long 5 months
Yeah.
here in
We
DC.
would have
like,
been in LA this month if it wasn't conflicting with something else we already had.
Okay.
Because they try to get us out there for a party they got in LA.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the intention is definitely there. I
Yeah.
think right now, I mean, we don't really have any plans to do it for the rest of the year to tour. I think this year is just focus on locking down.
Continue to
DC.
build. Yeah.
Yeah, just continuing to build because we're in year 4.
Yeah. So you're in a good spot.
Yeah.
You're in a good spot. Let our listeners know where we can find you online. Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? Are you on TikTok? Are you on YouTube?
Everything.
Where can we find you?
Everything.
Not really YouTube,
Okay, that's
but
fine.
everything else, you can find me at El Pedro Night. That's ELPEDRONIGHT. All platforms. TikTok, Instagram, TikTok. Wait, I said that twice. Twitter.
okay.
Twitter.
Ooh, Lord,
All right.
boy, I'm
Go,
cooked.
you gotta-
All right,
That's
that's all
the
right.
tequila hitting.
The tequila.
You said you could find El Pedro.
Yeah, and Adobo DMV, all platforms. ADOBO DMV. Yeah, you can get tickets at AdoboDMV.com. Find information on all our events. Yeah,
Okay.
that's me.
Well,
Go ahead,
anything
Walt.
from you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm on everything's the same.
What's
Waltero.
your Instagram? Where
My
can we find
Instagram is Waltero DMV. It's like Walter with an O,
She about to follow right
underscore.
now.
DMV. It was down on Twitter until I got my Twitter account back. My OG
You got it back
account.
now.
I got it back.
They freed Walt.
They done fucked up.
You were wilding.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
Walt-
you said say it again?
Waltero.
Waltero. There you
Yeah.
go. That's all it is.
Walter with a no.
I got it.
Underscore
Yeah.
DMV.
Underscore
Mhm.
DMV.
I got it.
But yeah, that's
And,
us. Yeah,
yeah.
Bacanal May 1st, Spider Tech Boy, Genius Matthias, and me.
And as you heard from my promo before this, they're giving out 4 tickets, 2 in a pair.
Might be more. It's probably
Okay.
it's going to be more. We're going to get more tickets.
But y'all, please,
want y'all to
Right
come
now,
out.
we only
We want
guarantee
y'all to
4.
come. We
Yeah.
want you to bring a friend. We want you to have a great time. Like, this is a different vibe. This is a different experience. Meet some new people. Listen to some different music.
It's gonna be fun.
Have a vibe. It's going to be outdoors. The weather's going to be nice. It's in May. Come out. Like,
This
make
man's
sure
different right here, man.
make
Yeah.
sure you follow and
Shit, we didn't even
subscribe.
go
We're going to
into
pick
that.
some winners.
He's different.
And to get tickets to this event. It's going to be great.
This definitely our craziest like DJ lineup we've ever had.
the best.
The,
All
the
right.
best
Like-
we've ever
All
had.
right.
Like Boy Genius, insane. Spider Tech, insane.
The quality,
you already
y'all.
know
Like,
Matthias, my man right here. You
Well,
know,
let me just big him up real quick. Give me like 1 minute.
Go ahead.
Big him up real quick.
shit, do we
Who
have
that's-
to end?
I said 1 minute. 1 minute.
yeah.
St. X, I went down there. I see Pedro. I'm like, oh, I know Pedro. He gonna get busy. Give me the mic. I'm talking and shit. Like, all right, we're gonna build it up. And when when I tell you the way he was blending songs, the way he was going to different transitions
Yeah.
and combining like he said the CCB with another joint, I'm like
So you're a good DJ.
I'm like,
All
like,
right.
like
all right.
Walt said he got videos of me looking
It's
lost.
just
I'm
a
like, I have no idea.
student
what
of
to
the
say right now.
game.
I had no idea what to say. I was like, I'm stuck with him. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you how to do because shit.
Pedro got it.
Yeah, Pedro different, bro.
Pedro got
He
it.
different.
Appreciate it, man. Real
Yeah, he
talk.
different. Come on,
Real
you know
talk.
I'm around DJs.
I was gonna
damn
say
near
we have a
every
lot
week.
of music. Yeah.
At least 4 times a week, I'm around different DJ groups, and that was the first time I was on the mic. Like, I have no idea what to say. Like he just went from this to this, and then he went to that. I'm like, okay, and then motherfuckers getting. I'm like, know what?
It was Michael Jackson. It was Michael Jackson. Yeah, shout out to Rolando.
I was like,
on the
yo,
blend.
this motherfucker is crazy. And
Amen.
the party went from like, oh yeah, we fucking weird to like, okay, then we're like, yo, him, let's go.
It went up.
It went crazy.
It went up.
Yeah.
It went crazy. I was like, I was supposed to be there for like an hour.
You stuck around, man.
Exactly.
You stuck around.
Yo,
I'm like, I'll
hey.
see y'all later. I'm gonna sit
It,
here.
it seems to be a trend every time you come hang out with us, man. Like the first Big Chief party, you said you were gonna leave in like an hour. 2 hours later, you're still there.
I saw Adobo getting sprinkled on booty. I was like, no, this is where I need to be.
This is your
Nah,
spot.
Like,
for
this
me,
is my crowd.
Your sweet
Yeah.
spot.
for me, I'm just a product of the environment, and I'm just a student of the game. I started learning music when I was 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? So it's been fucking 23 years of this shit.
Over 20 years.
Over 20 years of having a life devoted to music. Try to learn as much about promotion and marketing, and I just want to give the DMV what it deserves, and that's the best. We want to give the DMV the best.
That's what's up.
So for us, like, we don't have to front, like, we don't have to, like, do the most, because a lot of this shit for us, it's just innate. Like, what you're describing, Walt, to me, that's 6th grade in the village, the first party I ever went to,
Also, you just
when
saying
we was
this
on
right.
iPod shuffles,
Yeah.
and we couldn't control which song was coming next.
Oh yeah.
So I remember this was like the first time I seen people twerking, like, so I was shook.
Oh my
but also
God.
hearing the blend
Oh
of
my
music,
God.
this was the first time I heard go-go. It was like the first time like I heard, like you said, this blend where it was a CCB Butterfly, followed by Sean Paul, followed by like bachata,
Ooh.
followed by reggaeton,
That's a
followed
party
by
right there.
hip hop.
That's a good blend.
Bro, and like the party would not skip a beat. Even though we're moving continents, we're moving genres, languages,
Yeah, I definitely
the
do
party
that.
would not
Oh.
drop a beat. So for me, like, that's just what I'm trying to recreate. To me, like, that's my authentic DMV cultural experience, and I just want everybody to we want everybody to experience that. I keep saying
No, we.
but it's
Yeah.
all about we,
Yeah.
man. It's
Yeah.
us. It's us for real, cause like, a lot of people be saying, yo, like, you and Walter, like, we fuck with what you do for the Latino community. And I'm like, I'm gonna stop you right there, because the only reason why we're successful and the only reason why y'all know about Adobo is because we've been accepted and embraced by the Black community, by the Caribbean community, by the African community. That's
Yeah.
the only reason why we're something. Without that, forget about it. We're just another Latin party.
Yeah.
Well,
I
appreciate
think that's
everything.
I'll
it.
drink to
yeah,
that shit.
I was
Let's
gonna say
drink
it's a
to
good
this.
place to close.
Drink
Hell
to this.
yeah.
Drink to this.
Cheers.
All right,
Salute.
appreciate both of y'all, man. Appreciate both of
Yeah.
y'all. Once again, once again, it's Tequila Talk. I'm about to say about the same thing I said before. Once again, it's Tequila Talk. My name is Walt.